Hello and you're very welcome to Tipp SHC here. We've got an absolutely cracker of a game coming up for you in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so. Kilruane Mac Donaghs taking on Nenagh Eire Og in the first round of the Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship Group 4. But before we get into that, we had a couple of great games yesterday. One of them, the first one that took place in the stadium at 1 o'clock, was Tipp SHC against Holy Cross Ballycal. Turned into a great game, ebbed and flowed, had everything you're looking for. If you want to see the best of it, stay tuned now. We're going to play you out the best bits of it. It's bouncing around there like a ping pong ball at the moment, but eventually it's a Holy Cross man who has it, and he starts coming forward, lays it outside. The shot comes in, first shot of the championship for Holy Cross. Goes back. Tipp SHC holding on to possession here. Goes back as far as Canning. Canning decides it's worth a shot from there. It's just inside the 65. Is he got a bit of support outside? He has. He goes outside as far as Delaney. Delaney shoots on his right hand side, looks up, looks good. Lifts, bends, strikes straight down the middle and well saved. It maybe wasn't the best hit there through Canning. Canning gives that one up along the sideline. Misses the player he was intending it to go to, I think, initially, but they've held on to this one well through Coffey now. Coffey takes the shot on his right hand side. He was off the ground, hitting that, put lovely power on that, and he put it between the posts. Takes the big shoulder but holds on to possession. Fair play to him on his left hand side. He's kind of falling over, hitting that one. She showed real determination and character. Flicked on, and they're into a bit of space here on the edge of the 21 on the left hand side. Shot comes in, Jack Delaney in a bit of time and space, and he puts that one over very easily. It was worth chipping it up. In fairness, he got plenty of height on it, lofting in around the square, bouncing in favourably from a Holy Cross point of view. Well taken. The shot from a tough enough angle, but it is going to go between the posts. Stephen Flanagan, first score of the day. Neck of Cathal Barrett, who's standing there in the sweeper position, and Holy Cross have it again. The shot comes in over the shoulder. Is it going to have the legs? It looks like it is, and they come again on the attack. Still danger for Holy Cross. It's their corner back who's all the way up. This will be a fantastic score from the man with number 2 on his back. The ruck, and they've done it. They have Tipp SHC have Holy Cross on the rack at the minute. This one was into Alan Ryan. Alan Ryan catches that on the bounce. He has a man inside if he wants him. Gives that one lovely ball across to Young. Young with a shot and into the bottom corner of the net. Possession of the ball again through Delaney. Delaney gives a nice stick pass inside. A chance of a shot here. Lovely low trajectory on that one. It comes in there from Colm Canning. Colm Canning puts that one over the bar. Or he has a man ahead of him, but he barges him out of the way. He's over the 21. Gives it inside. He has a man to his left. Jack Delaney. Jack Delaney. The pass wasn't amazing, but Jack Delaney gets it, and Jack Delaney puts it over the bar. Tipp SHC working really hard, not letting Holy Cross clear their lines, and that shot's coming in from downtown. Is it going over the bar? Yes it is. It's going to squirt out there. It looks like Delaney's onto it. Shot comes in on his left hand side into the bottom right hand corner. Great finish. Brilliant reactionary save, and Holy Cross take this one. It's left inside there by Woods, dropping in around the edge of the square. It's going to be caught by Holy Cross and pulled on it again, and this time they find the net. But Tipp SHC look like they might get this, but well taken there. Holy Cross. Flanagan was in there, gives the ball across, chance of a goal here into an empty net. Turned over, but it's still Holy Cross through Russell. Russell from right out on the sideline puts that one up. The crowd like that one, the umpire likes that one. 2-3 tackles, still going forward, gives the no look hand pass outside. A chance for Holy Cross here. The shot comes in from their number 5, Michael Doyle, and that one goes over the bar and coming up to the 45, over the 65, still going strong. What a touch. Gives it inside, great run, hands it off outside as far as Jason Ryan. Jason Ryan takes the shot, and what a score all the way from the back line. We don't need forward. Delaney gives that one inside as far as the man who just came onto the field there a few minutes ago, their number 21, Conor O'Mara, and the shot comes in. Tipp SHC with the shot again, and that one has gone over the bar, and another score for them. Nice one bouncing from the Flanagan. Flanagan, who's been impressive in this game, falling over as he hit that one, and that one doesn't manage to go between the sticks either way. Yes it does. He saved one from Jack Delaney at the start of earlier in this game, but as the ball isn't pucked out well, Cathal Barrett picks that one up well, gives it outside his colleague. The shot comes in, and that's a one they shouldn't have given away. Well put over there. The Tipp SHC half back line, or the half forward line I should say. The shot comes in. We had 21 scoring a minute ago for Holy Cross. Now we have 21 scoring for Tipp SHC. We've seen that now from both teams, and they've managed to work it in. Tipp SHC holding on to possession here. Conor O'Mara, he just scored a second ago. He has time and space, and make that 2 for him. Looking for Jason Ryan, but Jason doesn't control him. Flanagan like a flash is onto that one, picks that one up, but he's back to goal, does a swivel and puts that over the bar, and that is the best point of the day. And Tipp SHC have won the puck out, and they're driving forward this time through Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan still coming forward. He was the man we saw stretching before he came on. Play it by ear and see how long the added time goes on for. Back to Paul Ryan again. Paul Ryan 50 yards out, all on his own. The Tipp SHC man looks up, and he puts that one between the sticks and over the bar. And his marker there from Tipp SHC was helping him stretch it out. Then the ball actually came, and the Tipp SHC man ran away. But here's another man running away. Is Cathal Barrett. Cathal Barrett in a bit of space for Holy Cross. 11 on his back. Puts that one high. Puts that one between the posts. Ball goes to ground now. Tipp SHC do on the attack. They're over the 45. All the way up there now is Josh McCarthy, who already has a point to his name. He's about 20 yards out from the attacking goal. Turns, slips, but manages to get his shot away and manages to get it accurately over the crossbar, and another point for Tipp SHC.
That man Josh McCarthy is wasted in the back.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to Toomey Farah GA pitch. We're here for the Group 4 clash of Nenagh Eire Og against Kilruane Mac Donaghs. The sky, it's a little bit overcast here. It's not ideal weather conditions, we'll say, but hopefully the rain will stay away. The pitch is looking well. Both teams are out there. They're going through the last bit of their warm-ups. We'll quickly go through the teams there before we get going and a bit of pre-match analysis, I suppose. So starting with Nenagh there, in goals they have Mark Chute. Their full back line is Paul McLaughlin, the young lad who's just come up out of minor, I suppose. Barry Heffernan and Adam Grattan then make up the rest of that full back line. Dara Quinn is number 5, Conor Ryan is at centre back, and Adam Healy there at number 7 makes up the half back line. In midfield they have James Mackey and Conor Hennessy, and then up front we have Paddy Murphy, Pierce Morris and Jake Morris. The inside forward line there is where they're hoping to get all their goals from, so we've got Tommy Heffernan, the team captain, Anthony Walsh and Mikey Heffernan. Moving on to Kilruane Mac Donaghs, then we have Conor Doherty in goals. In the full back line is James Cleary, Jack Peters and Éanna Hogan. The half back line is Niall O'Mara, Kieran Cahill and Craig Morgan. In midfield we've Aaron Morgan, Sean McAdams. Up front then we've got Cian O'Kelly, the man who definitely impressed underage with Tipperary. We're hoping to see lots of him today. Mark O'Neill is centre forward and Jerome Cahill, the team captain, is at number 12. The inside forward line then is Willie Clancy, Cian Darcy and Paddy Williams. So a lot of talent out there, a lot of men with plenty of county experience. Speaking of men with plenty of county experience, I'm joined here in the commentary box, delighted to be joined by Shane McGrath. Shane, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Well, Paul, absolutely delighted to be here. Anyway, first of all, it's a lovely day. It's a bit overcast, but the pitch is looking very well. You know, new goalposts here in Toomey Farah, new nets at the scoring goals, as people often refer to them, up towards the dressing rooms there. So great to be here. I suppose what you have, Paul, and Kilruane and Nenagh, is you have two teams who are constantly contesting maybe quarter-finals, semi-finals. But as we spoke, I suppose, off air, they're finding it hard to maybe get to the final or actually win a championship. If you look at Kilruane lads there, I suppose they won their North Championship in 2018. They had a great win that day over Kildangan. But it's 1985, and I'm sure they've heard about it enough now since the last won a county. And I suppose the Nenagh lads, you know, they only have that one county title for a club with so many great hurlers down through the years. You know, the Michael Clearys, Conor Donovans, I could go on. And that's 1995. So it's been a long time for success, and they're two young teams. You know, I think Kilruane are coming in a good vein form, Paul. I think they had a good North Championship, ran Kildangan, who are, you know, nearly the standard bearers there now in Tip the last couple of years. So they'll take confidence from that, you know. And the Nenagh lads as well with Brian Horgan, I suppose, he's great experience and been involved with Coola, involved with Tipperary a few years ago, led them all the way to North Final. So two young teams, but I suppose, Paul, we're here now. I struggle to get up the ladder here to get up here in Toom, so it's a young man's game. It really, really is. I wouldn't like to be out there marking any of these lads today.
Absolutely, and if you're at home, sit down, relax, enjoy this one. It's going to be a good one, and you'll probably have the best seat in the house. We hope you have this on your smart television. You're streaming this on a 42-inch or something, we're hoping, and we'll bring you all the action here. First game out, Shane, how important is it to get a win in a group as competitive as this one? How important is it to get a win today?
Sure, look, I'm looking at the teams in the group, you know, Roscrea, Nenagh, Kilruane, and you talk about top teams, Borrisoleigh. I mean, Borrisoleigh, very professional last night. Anyone talking to lads who were at the game, a very professional outfit, Paul, and a very professional job in that everybody's expecting Borrisoleigh to beat the Roscreas of this world. But I suppose going out and do it in your first game, you might be a bit rusty. You know, they had a few weeks off since their last North Championship game. They're getting Brendan back, getting Dan back, but they went out and look, at half time it really was only going to be one winner. They could afford to take off a few of the lads like Brendan, Dan and Paddy Stapleton, you know, and these guys towards the end of the game. So Borrisoleigh are a serious team, and I believe that the way it is in Tip this year, it's winners versus winners. So the next day then, whoever does win this, you're facing Borris. If you lose it, then you're facing Roscrea, a wounded animal. So it's a very competitive group. So look, for every group, and you know, you have 16 teams in Seamus Areen, 16 in Danbreen, 16 Intermediate Championship, you know, to get the win in the first game, it really does give you the confidence to go ahead, have a good week's training, because of football next week. Both these teams won't be doing that next week, and you get a buzz in training, and you're looking forward into the second game. And I suppose it's in your hand in. I suppose, Paul, you've probably seen it now, and we've all seen it, that you lose your first game, maybe win your second game, and then someone is on Twitter on the sideline wondering what the score is in the other one, if you're going to get through or not, and nobody wants that in the final game.
And you saw that the first day out last year, Nenagh got off to a great start to beat Holy Cross there by 11 points. Kilruane had a tougher group, I suppose, last year. They only finished third in there, so they've been looking at other teams. They've been seeing what's out there, seeing what's around there. They'll know how important it is to get a good start today.
Absolutely, Paul, and I think Kilruane are just delighted that, you know, with all due respect to them, they've had Thurles Sarsfields year in, year out in their group. Last year, above in Holy Cross, they they took him to the pin of their collar. They probably should have bet them, and Thurles just pulled away in the final quarter that day. So Kilruane will look at this group. They look at Nenagh, Borsley, Roscrea, an all North Tip group. They'll all have played each other underage up along at schools and everything. So I think what you have here, is that you've 4 teams and none of them are afraid of playing each other because they'll all feel that they could have their number on the day, Paul.
It is going to be interesting. Both teams there are about to get into position here. It's going to be interesting. Conor Doyle, referee in this one. Nenagh are still in their huddle. Kilruane about to go into their different positions. We called out the 2 teams to there a few minutes ago, but we're expecting who knows how many changes. That really is, the mind games do start early in this Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship. So we'll keep an eye out. If there's any changes there, we might get Shane to give you the tactical layout of the teams as the ball is thrown in. Who knows what's going to happen now in a second. So Nenagh have broke the huddle now, so we're just waiting to see. It looks like already that we've seen, is it Mark O'Neill go in there to the centre field position, or is he just trying to throw us? Well, who knows what he's doing there, Shane? Is there a likelihood that he'll move into midfield?
Well, I'd say the numbers here are as useful as a handbrake in the canoe now, Paul, to be honest, because there's lots of positional changes. Niall O'Meara is 5 in his back, but he's taken up the centre back position. Thomas Cleary is just underneath us here with number 26 in his back, but he's going to play in the half forward line for Kilruane, and Seamus Hennessy left inside and Barry Heffernan. So we've great matchups all over the field, Paul.
Absolutely loads of changes. Straight away the ball is thrown in there, and there's 4 or 5 lads gone in for that straight away. No one has really pulled away with possession just yet, but it's Kilruane who come on to this one. Well taken there by their number 12, and he plays that down the line. That's Cahill. Cahill plays that into the corner, and right away Kilruane are onto this. They're trying to get possession of the ball. They're turning and they're gone. They're down the line there through O'Kelly. Kelly with a great underage career with Tipper, as we've already talked about, and Mikey Heffernan picks that up all the way back in his own half back position. Heffernan drives that up the field. Nenagh have a man out in front of that. It looked like it was Walsh, the bull they call him down there, a man who's just broke onto the team this year, and he's hoping to absolutely break through that Kilruane defence later today. So far now we're still down into the corner. Nenagh fighting for a Kilruane, fighting for it's Kilruane who have that. They're coming away with that, and they've won themselves a free out. It's going to be a free out there for Kilruane. Frantic enough start, Shane.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Aaron Morgan, his brother Craig and himself, 2 top hurlers. Aaron has really developed into a strong guy over the last couple of years, and that's what S&C is doing to these guys nowadays. They're coming in 18, 19 years of age, ready to play senior hurling.
Kieran Cahill, so with the free, he goes long down into the corner. Looks like he might be looking there for Clancy down in the corner. He gets onto that, but he's half blocked. Or was that? It was actually Keane O'Kelly again who was onto that, who's been lively so far in the game. Managed to hassle Harry and win himself a line ball that he looks like he's going to take himself. He's stepping up to take this one. Again, a thing we saw it last night in the Toomevara, yesterday in the Toomevara match. How important is teeing up this ball, Shane? It's all about nearly a golf, like you're playing pitch and putt, and he's putting up on a tee at the moment.
It is, and this pitch is tidy enough. I'd say we'll see a few score today, and I'd say
has that gone over? Yes, it has. What a score. Keane O'Kelly, he took his time, set it up on a tuft of grass on his left hand side, put that straight over the bar, and Kilruane Mac Donaghs are off the mark.
Super score. Just saying it there, pitches like here, Dala, they can be tidy enough compared to the inter-county grounds we see, and on a regular basis in Tip club action we see 3 or 4 sidelines put over in pitches like Toom today, and that was a great score.
Absolutely, when they pay off they are a thing of beauty, and Keane O'Kelly gets off to a good start, and Kilruane get off to a good start in general. Now they're back defending back there through Craig Morgan. Morgan goes down in it. Was he fouled? The referee says no, he plays on and fights his way out of that one, and it looks like he gives it to Niall O'Meara, the county man, who hands it out to Cahill. Cahill then feeds that on, and we're going forward here with Mark O'Neill. O'Neill looks up and sprays the ball across diagonally. Again, it looks like Kelly was on the end of that. He feeds it down there as far as Cahill. Cahill, who's impressed so far in the divisional championship. He turns, he shoots, he strikes, and he puts that one over the bar.
That's a super score by Jerry Cahill, captain of the team this year. A great leader down the dressing room for them, and that's a great start by Kilruane. 2 shots on goal, 2 scores, and look very comfortable on the ball here today.
So we're going to restart here now again with a puck out to Nenagh. Dropping down, he's looking down there, he's looking to try and get it to Paddy Murphy. Paddy Murphy got his stick on that, but it's punked out out of play, and it's going to be a line ball. Line ball there is going to be taken by James Mackey. 2 points to no score here in this one. Mackey's he gets the call and goes short. He gives it as far as Conor Ryan. Conor Ryan gets this, rides the tackle and plays that one inside. He's putting it inside. There's only one man inside, but he gets it. It's a Nenagh man. He goes up with the paw, wins it, rides the tackle, driving forward there. Brilliant play by Jake Morris. Jake Morris did well there, won himself a free, and surely a score coming for Nenagh.
Absolutely, yeah. Great play by Conor Ryan. Conor's really developed into a top player for Nenagh. He's playing in the corner there for a few years, out number 6 now, taking over for Hugh Maloney. But I think, Paul, we're going to have a great battle there between Craig Morgan and Jake Morris all day today if they do end up marking each other.
Jake Morris now standing over the free. Coming back from county, you'd know yourself, how hard is it to readjust, get back into the club, and is there a huge spotlight on you? Do you feel extra pressure coming back?
So I suppose I had a great chat with my brother Conor about it. You take like Keane Lynch, top inter-county guy. He's seen the thing 3 moves ahead. A lad at the county mightn't realise that this ball is coming to him, and I suppose this is what these guys have to adjust to, and it does take a match or two, Paul, to adjust to that. And
here comes Morris with this one. And he seems to have no bother adjusting. It was a fairly easy one to start off, but he gets it, strikes it over the bar, and Nenagh are off the mark for this Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship. 2 points to 1 here in Toomevara. Pucked out there by Doheny. He goes short with this one, and then it's driven down long, down into the danger men down there for Kilruane, and they manage to get onto this through McAdam. McAdam turns, almost, does he look up? Does he know what was going on in there? It didn't look like it. Looked like he kind of snatched it out when he was trying to put one into the danger area, but slightly overhit it, maybe one of the Zackers he would have liked.
Yeah, and I suppose interesting that they're leaving Fez, as he's known locally, Seamus Hennessy, in there, and Barry Heffernan, loads of space in front of him. Nenagh trying to do something similar with Jake Morris up at the other end there, Paul.
Dropping around midfield there. No one gets their hand on it first time, but eventually it's a Kilruane man who has it. It's Willie Clancy. Willie Clancy's out around his midfield, drives that one inside as far as Cahill. Cahill's been lively so far. Lovely hand pass outside as far as O'Neill. O'Neill loses it though. Well defended back there by James Mackey, and Mackey feeds that one up the field to the man with 17 on his back. A late change we didn't get. It looks like it's Killian Gleeson, I think it is. Gives that across the field. Oh, well won up there. Look, they're trying to give it into Walsh there. Walsh is trying to cause damage with his physicality. Jake Morris is involved in this, and Kilruane look to be physical back there. They're causing a lot of disruptions, and they clear that one out. But it's only around the halfway line. Bit of fighting and hassling and harrying for this one, but it's well won back there by Gleeson again, I think it is, who picks that one up for Nenagh. No, unusual move there by the number 8 there. Alex Morgan seemed to almost volleyball style handball that to himself, but it's back in possession of Nenagh now. Very casual strike, all on his own. That looks so easy, and you can't leave Jake Morris in that kind of space.
No, absolutely not, Paul. I mean, you really can. I mean, there was a bit of craziness there in that Tommy Heffernan was going for it. Jake Morris actually came in and knocked his own man over, but the ball broke out to him, and as you said, Killian Gleeson, first time hurling, maybe there is still a place within the game, and great bit of experience by Mikey Heffernan to tap it down to him, and an easy score for Jake.
Jake just needs to be marked, they'll be saying. Now Kilruane goes short with this puck out. Nicely played up the line there to O'Mara. O'Mara takes a bit of time, gives it down, a good ball inside. He's looking to get it into his forwards, but he overcooked that one. He hit straight out of play, straight out for a sideline ball. We're looking at the flags here, seeing is the breeze an issue. The breeze really is non-existent at the moment, so not going to favour any side at the moment. But it's unusual to see a player of his quality hitting the ball straight out of play, but we're going to restart with a line ball. 2 points apiece here, and here come Nenagh with the line ball. A decent connection, it's hit upside, and again it's won there by Kilruane. Kilruane are really lively at the start. Mark O'Neill came to shot, was a brilliant hook there, but he gets it on the second attempt, coming down the sideline, hand pass that one inside, looking to get it into as far as O'Kelly. O'Kelly loses it, good defending back there. Pierce Morris gets on that, gives it back out as far as Conor Ryan, and Conor Ryan clears that up the field. Well taken there. Nenagh are sharp, their hands are lively, their hands are soft, and they're catching the ball. Well taken there, looks like left inside there. Nenagh still in possession of the ball. The ball doesn't go in as far as Walsh though. Walsh can't get on that first time, but he's hassling Harry, he's not letting him out. Eventually Jack Peters gets it, and it's a free in. Great work in there by the Nenagh forwards.
Super work, and you can see what it means to them there. And I suppose, as we said about the numbers before the game, here's Paul McLaughlin. He's obviously told to do a job on someone, follow him wherever he goes, and that job seems to be on Keane Darcy. There he is up there inside his own 45, number 2 in his back. So I suppose it just shows you the flexibility of players nowadays, Paul, doesn't it? Like, you know, they just have to do a job, and wherever that man goes, you go on the field with him. Like,
I know people in Nenagh are they're really looking for big things from McLaughlin. He came out a minor there last year, the year before, and he's done well so far. He's another man that they'll be looking out for, as well as Walsh up there with number 14 in his back. But here comes Morris with this free, fairly about 21 yards out. Oh, he's hit it off the post. Off the post. One you would have expected him to score, and Kilruane are quickest to react to that and drive it down the field. The post must be getting bigger in the championship this year. That's about the 4th or 5th free we've seen hit the post in the last 2 or 3 days. So interesting, maybe we'll look into that later on. But here we go. Shane did mention they are new goal posts, are their regulation size. Here goes Kilruane on the march. Jerome Cahill, brilliant stick play. Turns, shoots, and drives that between the posts. Good score from Kilruane.
That's a super score from Jerry, you know. I mean, their 3 points have come from 1 from Keane O'Kelly, 2 from Jerry from play, but Jerry Cahill is striking me as a guy who's hurling with confidence there at the moment. He knew he was going to get hooked through the ball back in the hurling over the bar, but yeah, I knew the goalposts, they look fresh, alright. I don't know if they've got any bigger or not, Paul, but it just shows you though, Paul, that lads need a bit of time just to settle back into the club thing, don't they, regardless of what they were doing at inter-county level.
As you said, you would have expected him to score that, and with a man down in there getting a bit of attention. Is it Cahill who just scored the point?
Yeah, it looks like Mark O'Neill maybe. Might be Mark there. He's with number 11. You might see him pop up. But I tell you, Mark has got on. He hasn't got on the score sheet yet, but he's got on the world of ball. And while Nenagh, you know, Jake has got his couple of points. I really do think Kilruane have settled better into this game overall.
Absolutely, they seem to be on top possession-wise, and we're going to restart now with a puck out coming down there in the Nenagh goals. Mark Chute with the ball, drops that one, but it looks like it's going to be well read by the Kilruane man. It looked like Niall O'Mara, his eyes on that all day long, managed to get enough of a connection on it, to knock it down to one of his own teammates. But quickest to react over there is Mikey Heffernan. Mikey Heffernan has it now, gives an intelligent ball inside to Gleeson. Gleeson in a bit of space, doesn't get it first time, but does very well to recover. Brilliant play from Gleeson, wins himself a free. Real perseverance. We've seen that a few times today. Neither team want to give away at an easy.
No, absolutely not. And it is like Tumivara would be a tight enough pitch. It is fairly congested in the middle third. I think what people at home, I don't know if they can see or not, there is no argument with Conor Doyle, the referee, because he's a very well respected referee. He's refereeing at this level now for a while, and a lot of these players will know him, that if he's making the call, it'll usually be the right one. And what I really like about him as well, Paul, he explains things to the players as well.
Mikey Heffernan now stepping over this, and they've changed free takers. Maybe just because it's a bit farther out, Heffernan's going to take this one, puts that one up. The umpire makes his way over, gives us the old wave, and that's gone to the right and wide, unfortunately, from Heffernan's point of view. Puck out now coming again from Kilruane, goes short. They've gone back as far as Peters. Peters the full back then on his right hand side, gives that down the line, gives that down to that dangerous inside. Oh, it looked like Willie Clancy thought the ball was behind him, but in front of him, it was actually behind him. He quickly turns around, and Kilruane are back in possession of this one. The ball seems to be stuck to the ground a little bit today. Players are finding it hard to get it up first time. Still there though, Kilruane still managed to drive this forward like a rolling maul almost, and they still haven't. They've worked it outside. Is there going to be a shot coming in there from Darcy? Darcy from a tough angle puts that one in, just about has enough power on it to get it over the crossbar.
Yeah, great score by Keane. And if Kilruane are going to be successful this year in today and later on the championship, Keane Darcy is a guy who's going to have to pop up with 4 or 5 points for him, because he has the capabilities to do it.
We saw it there. Here comes shoot now from Nenagh, goes with an arrow type puck out, and he finds his man. His man doesn't manage to get it the first time, but he gets it the second time. Healy does. He gives it back as far as Ryan. Conor Ryan goes back almost into the quarterback position and feeds that up the line. A clash of 2 Kilruane players. They're both down injured, and the referee decides to stop that immediately, which is sort of a clash, a bit of a belt in the head, I think he's saying there. And there's a Kilruane man down, and he's in a fair bit of distress.
That was a heavy collision, Paul. For me, I think it was Craig Morgan and Kieran Cahill going up for the ball, eyes on the ball, a little bit of communication. But I suppose I just mentioned it beforehand. Straight away, everyone in the crowd is wondering, why did he stop the game? He points to the head, calms the whole thing down. Everyone knows it's a head injury, you have to stop it. Okay, Nenagh will get an indirect free here from a dangerous position. But again, that's what I really like about Conor Doyle as a ref. He explains things. There's no confusion. There's no people roaring in here from underneath us in the stand.
That is a great point, actually. You could actually hear the dun or the dent or the basically people taking the violence out of their screams maybe when he did point to the head. And as Shane says, there was no one saying, what are you doing, why? We had the advantage of the ball, and we're going to get the attention he deserves in there on the field, and hopefully we'll be ready to go again in a few minutes. I'm sure they'll go through whatever protocols need to be gone through out there. As Kieran Cahill, he feels he's back though. Maybe it's around the kidney area. Either way, I'm no doctor, so we'll let the physio out there figure out what's actually wrong with him, and hopefully we'll get going again in a few minutes. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be a free to Nenagh over here, and it's going to be Tommy Heffernan's going to stand over that one.
I suppose just as we're talking here, Paul, we talk about a man who's done a lot for Tipp hurling. He's just after pulling in there across the way, the great Liam Sheedy walking up along. So there's a guy, even though he's not involved, just his love for hurling, and no more than his brother John as well, just to be at these games. And this is what it's all about, club hurling. This is where it starts, this is where it finishes for everyone. So great to see Liam over there on the bank, just being able to enjoy the club action again.
Absolutely, well spotted, Shane, on the far side of the field, and it looks like we're ready to go again. It looks like it's going to be taken here, as I said, by Tommy Heffernan, the team captain. He's getting a few calls. Is he going to go backwards with this one? He goes short. As Shane's mentioned, it was an indirect free, so he couldn't put it straight over the bar. But they've managed to win this one back. It's his brother, Mikey, who has now gives it back to his brother Tommy. Tommy now goes forward. He's over the 21. He's a man on his back, though. Manages to shrug him off on his right-hand side. Does he put that between the posts? Looks like he does. The umpire goes to the flag, and that's a good score for Nenagh again.
Yeah, absolutely. A score that Nenagh very badly needed after hitting the post, after hitting the post with a free, hitting a bad wide with a free. They needed that score. It's only their second from play today.
And we're 4 points to 3 in favour of Kilruane, and they go short with that puck out. The referee didn't like that. Connor, there's a bit of getting to know each other down here. A few lads having a right puck off each other there. I don't think we like to see that too much. It looked like Cleary. We'll see how much the referee or the linesman saw that. There'll be a few cards handed out here, no doubt.
There won't be birthday cards or Christmas cards either, Paul. I tell you, for us from where we are now here, and our great cameraman Johnny to the left of me here, Thomas Cleary came back with the hurley and gave the hurley into the guts there of Conor Hennessy. Now they were both at it, I suppose famously we remember Brian O'Mara, I suppose, and Liam Dunn back 2001, something similar. But Peter Carroll is the linesman underneath us here. For me, Paul, if he's seen what I've seen, I think Thomas Cleary's day is done.
Yeah, and I think because the crowd seemed to spot it just as the dig came in.
Yeah, and he's showing a mark there now as well.
They're both showing marks now, and the crowd are even laughing at that. It's not something you expect to see here, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. It is early days in this game. You don't want to see anyone getting the red card. You don't want to see You don't want to see too much of the pulling and belting on each other either. So we're
having a good chat with him as well. That's good to see as well, Paul, isn't it? Like, you know, explaining. I think 2 yellows. I don't think you talk to someone too long unless you're giving them a yellow.
Well, we'll just wait and see. But that looks like it's what's happening. 4 points to 3 in favour of Kilruane Mac Donaghs. Yeah, and he's writing down the name again. That's probably a good sign from a not red card point of view. And they're both walking away from 2 yellows.
Fair play.
So yeah, they're just saying, lads, all right, enough of that. We don't want to see any more of that. Stay away from each other. So that's the competitiveness of Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship. But no one wants to give away that. And if you get a belt, you give a belt. But you just can't be doing that, really. So now the ball is dropping down around the centre half position. Kilruane have their eyes on that, but Nenagh seems to be blocking that one out. Goes to ground now over there, the far side of the field. Still no one gets possession of that immediately. And is it eventually a Nenagh man tries to clear? He's half blocked up. Kilruane are quickest to react to that, and they manage to work it back, to recycle that ball back outside. Hold on to possession over there. Hold on to Cahill. Cahill has 2 points already. Gives a lovely hand pass into space. Pulled across the field. Oh, just missed the first time there. Willie Clancy, if he'd made a connection with that, it was a dangerous one across the square, almost soccer style, like a cross it would have been, but he just missed the ball and it goes harmlessly wide.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Kilruane, you know, when they get the ball, they look dangerous inside that 45. They seem to want to take them on, and they seem to have the pedals to do it in there as well, Paul.
And Jerome Cahill has impressed. He's a lot of talk about him. Can we get him onto the county panel? The new manager is going to have to do a lot of talking to try and get him in, and he's impressed here again so far today in the early stages of this game. Brilliantly caught there by Heffernan from the puck out. Lays it outside, and Nenagh on the march here. Gives it out as far as Mikey. Mikey with his right hand side puts that one over the bar, and that's his first score today.
Yeah, super score there. The Heffernan brothers combine again. They've done it down through the years, game in, game out. Mikey has often been top scorer there in the championship. His first point from play today.
Hooked out there, well taken, well read there by Cahill. That was one that's straight off the training ground. Cahill takes that directly from the puck out, runs forward, gives it as far as Darcy. Darcy in a bit of space on his right hand side. Again, not an easy angle. He was nearly falling over, hitting it, and it just went to the left and wide. Maybe he should have steadied himself.
Yeah, you know, and Keane Darcy, that's bread and butter for him, you know, especially the angle he's at. You know, he broke away, got away from McLaughlin from one of the first times in the game. He should have really nailed that and taken it 5-4. I'd say we'll be going for water soon, Paul.
4 points apiece here. It looks like the water mightn't be as necessary today as other days, but either way, it's Nenagh now in possession of the ball. Barry Heffernan goes along, the county man puts it into the corner. Are Nenagh going to get onto that? It looks like they've ran over there through Walsh. Was trying to get onto that, but brilliantly read back there. I think it's Peters is on the ball. Lays it outside as far as O'Neill. O'Neill takes his touch, manages to compose himself and feed it out again. Kilruane running back into traffic, but they're feeling confident they can get away with it. It's hand passed out there as far as Cleary. Cleary now on the ball, running down the sideline. Good hassling by Nenagh. Nenagh not letting him out. Brilliant work there. Brilliant turnover by Tommy Heffernan. Manages to make his man take too many steps. It's going to be a free in. It's going to be a free in now to Nenagh. Good hassling and harrying there. They just didn't leave him out. And it's going to be a free in. It's going to be taken down in front of us here by Mikey Heffernan. He has one from play. He just scored a few minutes ago, so the confidence will be up with him. The breeze has gone down. Shouldn't be an issue for him. It's out by the sideline. Gets a good connection on that, but the wind just takes that at the last few minutes and drives it out to the right and wide.
Big swirling wind there today, Paul. That's 3 frees now that Nenagh have missed, you know. They should be nailing those. Like they're going to need them.
But they're on the march here again quickly. Pierce Morris on his left hand side shoots that one up and shoots it over the crossbar.
Yeah, super score. Great reaction, you know, from the miss free. But as I said, you know, all these top club teams who go far in it, and with the game slows down come October, you need a top class free taker.
Nenagh now take the lead of 4 points to 5 in favour of the men with the blue jerseys. Well taken out of the air. Brilliantly caught there by a man we talked about for maybe all the wrong reasons a second ago. But he's done brilliant there. Thomas Cleary pulled that one out of the sky and won himself a free.
Thomas Cleary, he's a big man, Paul. And I tell you, look, if there was ever an answer to give after what went on there, that was it. Snap the next one. And you'll be thinking this is going to be a routine free. But the way the frees are going today, we won't mark anyone down just yet.
Absolutely, and have they moved it on a small bit for a descent? No, they haven't. It still, as you said, should be fairly scoreable here. And Kilruane haven't scored for a while. They'll be anxious enough to keep the scoreboard ticking over here. It looks like it's going to be Willie Clancy is going to take this one. And you'd expect him to score it. The referee isn't happy. Is he saying you're not in the right position? He is. He has to go back a few yards there. Stole a few yards. I think he probably centralised himself a little bit more as well, but you'd expect him to get this. Here he goes now, Clancy with this one, his first one. He's yet to score today. Looks fairly calm about that one. Does it sneak in or has it gone to the right? It's gone over. Good score from Clancy. Gets his free taken and gets onto the scoreboard.
And we knew this was going to be close, Paul, but I tell you, it couldn't be any closer. Both 4 points from play, both scored a free into. We've been drawn 4 times. It's going to be a goal or two is going to try and decide this for today, I'd say.
Absolutely, and Kilruane back in possession of this one. Give that one down into this corner. They seem to be attacking this wing an awful lot, and well taken there. Hand pass inside. Here we go again. Here comes Cleary. He gets through. He's 2 men on his tail. Still has it. Is he going to go for the goal? He shoots. Oh, there was a whistle. There was a whistle before he took the shot. Too many steps was decided by the referee, and we're going to have to go back. Not too often you see a player being pulled back for steps these days.
No, I'd say he was on the 6th or 7th one when he took the shot, and I think Conor Doyle gave him the benefit of the doubt just before that. But again, you know, hit the ball into space. Great running by Thomas Cleary, and he had goal on his mind there, so he had.
Absolutely, his dander is well and truly up after that incident he had a few minutes ago. He's done brilliantly since then. The ball is pucked down now the field, and Heffernan is onto this. Heffernan keeps that one in brilliantly, but he's barged out of it. But geez, he used his experience and intelligence there to let the player come across and hold on to the possession himself. The pitch is cutting up a little bit up there, but it's worked out to Kilruane's advantage on this occasion, and that one is driven back down around the half forward position, dropping there around the centre forward position, but it's gone through everyone. It's gone to ground now, well picked up, and here we go. Here a chance for Cahill. Cahill with the shot, takes a huge deflection, hit off one of the Nenagh defenders' legs and went absolutely complete different direction, but it goes out and out for a 65.
That was a great block by Barry Heffernan, Paul, wasn't it? You know, he used the gluteus maximus there, I believe, to get it out. Anyway, will do. But Jerry Cahill, I just have him, what do we have him down as so far points wise? 2 points. He's got on a lot of ball. He's causing a lot of trouble. When the ball breaks in there, the likes of Jerry Cahill, Keane O'Kelly, Thomas Cleary and Willie Clancy there as well. You know, they've great pace and they can get on, and they're looking for goals as well, they seem to be, you know.
That ball could have went absolutely anywhere after it made the connection there with Heffernan. We have a 65 now here, 5 points apiece, and as Shane says, we're expecting the water break any time now. But it'd be nice for Kilruane from their point of view to go a point up, so that's what they'll be hoping to get out of this with Clancy. He scored from a free a few minutes ago. The referee Doyle is in talking to his umpires about a few things. He's talking to Mark Chute there, the Nenagh goalkeeper as well. Not sure what that's about. I don't know how your lip reading skills are, Shane, but mine aren't as good as they should be.
Yeah, he's probably not asking him where he's going to go for chips after the match or anything like that anyway, I'd say, put it like that. But interesting for me today, Paul, Willie Clancy's on the freeze for Kilruane. Last few years we would have only known Keane Darcy to hit these, so that's an interesting call by Liam O'Kelly and his management now, maybe to take the pressure off Keane O'Darcy freeze and let him just play away from play.
Absolutely, and here comes Clancy, fairly central, gets this. The crowd will tell you all you need to know about that one. That's his second free of the day. And we're going to start again with Mark Chute. No, there we go. That's the water break, actually. So, Shane, 15 or 16 minutes so of that first half. Could you sum it up for us? What are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts would be that I suppose it's a typical first round of championship game for me, Paul, in regards that there's been a lot of silly mistakes. There's been a lot of errors. I mean, that Jake Morris free kind of sums it up for me, really, that it does take lads maybe 3/4 of a game or a full game to try and get back into club mode, get back into playing with your club mates, get back playing club championship, because I suppose everything up to this, while the divisions they're a massive thing and they're a real traditional thing in Tipperary, you know, this is where lads want to be. This is what it's all about. It's the Dan Breen Cup. You go anywhere in Ireland and you ask someone, oh, you know, what's the name of the county cup maybe in Kilkenny, or what's the name of the county cup Cork, these places, you'd struggle. But because it has that illustrious name, Dan Breen, I suppose everyone knows the name of it. This is what it's all about. It's very, very close, Paul. Like, we have 6 points to 5. I was down that we were level. We were level on 4 occasions. Kilruane 4 points from play. There are 2 frees from Willie there, and Nenagh 4 points from play and the 1 free. But I suppose Nenagh, you know, a few easy chances missed, really, hadn't they?
Absolutely. Both teams are really giving us a great display here today, though, and there's a decent crowd here, which is nice to see. This was apparently one of the only games in the county that was sold out, so the atmosphere, you can feel it. You can feel the difference. You can feel the amount of people here. As Shane mentioned earlier, we've got celebrities like Liam Sheedy here. Who knows who else is in the crowd here? But there's a big crowd here, and it is adding to the atmosphere.
And I suppose the question everyone's asking is the future tip manager here, or is he? And I tell you what, whoever is the future tip manager, the most important thing they'll do over the next few weeks is they'll get their backroom team together, but they'll need to be getting out and watching these club games and seeing guys who's in form, who's not in form. And look, hopefully as a Tipperary person, Paul, hopefully that will be decided sooner rather than later. We don't want to be looking at all our rivals and all these teams with their management teams in places, and we're still wondering, scratching our heads come county final time in Tip. So hopefully the powers that be will get that sorted soon for everyone. Like,
absolutely. And yeah, there's a very good chance if he's not here, he's listening to us here in the stream, so best of luck to you. You know who you are, we might know who you are yet, but best of luck with that. And as we say that, Nenagh come back out, and so do Kilruane from that water break. And here we didn't see any tactics boards a la Paul Kinnerk there, but I'm sure there was plenty of tactics spoke about as we go back down. And Kilruane will where I can't remember the ball stopped. I think it's going to be a puck out to one of the teams. We'll see in a second now anyway. 5 points to 6 in favour of Kilruane Mac Donaghs as we start into this second quarter of this Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship match. It's Mark Chute, I think, is actually going to get things going down there in the Nenagh goals. Conor Doyle is looking to start the clock here, so get everything official, get everyone off the field. It shouldn't be on the field. Thomas Cleary here is standing in front of us like like a rabbit coming out of the traps below in Shelburne Park or something. He was ready to go. The ball goes to the opposite side though, and here we go now. It's Nenagh quickly out of the traps. A shot comes in over the shoulder, and more importantly over the crossbar. Great score there from, was it Walsh? It was the number 14 there with a good score.
Yeah, super score, and they've all scored from play. 13, 14 and 15 have all scored for play now from Nenagh. Anthony Walsh, he looked dangerous at the start, but that's the first ball he's got in his hand since then, I think.
And the ball is dropping down. They're trying to put it down on top of Cleary. That's definitely the tactic that has changed in the last few minutes. And Kilruane are onto that. Clancy, Willie Clancy is open road ahead of him. Here he goes as the ball in the hurley. Gives it across as far as they're full forward. He gets a bit of time and space. Shoots. Oh, again a great save there. Keane Darcy's shot looked to be heading right into the top corner. Was it Barry Heffernan threw his body behind that and managed to deflect it out for a 65?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many yellow helmets. It's unbelievable. For me, it was Conor Hennessy. I think Conor Hennessy just dived and flicked that ball away. Willie Clancy, he's really grown into this game. He really hasn't scored from play, but they want goals, Paul, and everyone watching this will see they want goals. That's their fourth shot on goal today now, and to credit the defenders, I don't think Mark Tweed maybe has had to block any of them. Barry Heffernan blocked one, and we've seen a brilliant save there from Conor Hennessy, but if they can get a goal, who knows, they might drive on and give them great confidence.
We should open things up, so we're going to restart now. Willie Clancy, who was heavily involved in that last chance, I think is going to take this 65. He gets the towel out there so the ball is good and dry before he strikes this one. 6 points apiece in this one. It feels like there's been more scores than that, but when you look up at the scoreboard, 6 points apiece. Kilruane, as Shane said, have been going for goals. That Nenagh goal has been leading a charmed life to date, but plenty of hurling to go in this one. Here comes Clancy, taking his time over this one. As well, he's entitled to. Puts that one on his right hand side. It looks like that one's gone over the bar. Yes, it has. Good score there. Another one by Clancy. That's his third free of the day.
Yeah, well done, Willie Clancy. And on a day where we do have a bit of a swirling breeze, we can feel it every so often now and again up here. He's nailed 3 from 3, so well done to him.
And Nenagh get the ball going again there. Healy drives that one down the field. He's looking for the Heffernans, no doubt. He's looking for Walsh, who's been good in the last few minutes. But this one, the time it runs all the way through to Jake Morris, the county man. Goes down that, picks it up with one hand on the hurley, takes the tip, then goes back outside, feeds it out as far as Mackie. Mackie's in a bit of space, but it's cut out. Well read there by McAdams there, the Kilruane midfielder. And a nice bit of hand passing play going on here, but well read. Jake Morris doesn't want to see that coming out, and he does well to turn that one over and hand pass it outside. And Nenagh start to build again. Pierce Morris gives it out. Jake gave it to his brother there, Pierce. Pierce played that one inside, and another shot coming in over the shoulder. And this one goes to the right and wide. And Walsh there apologized, or wasn't even Walsh, it was Paddy Murphy, says, sorry about that, lads, I probably should have given it in.
He gave a little grim as soon as he hit it. He knew that was going wide, bad wide from Paddy Murphy there now.
Back down again, and the ball again down on Cleary. Oh, and there was definitely a hand around the shoulder there. Keane O'Kelly looked like he was pulled down, but the referee says no play on, and it's James Mackey and Nenagh who has it now, and they start to come out. Heffernan gives an intelligent little pass outside as far as Pierce Morris. Pierce feeds that one on, and Nenagh come away again. They realise they might have got a little bit lucky there, and they play that one in. Gleeson gives out inside to Heffernan. Heffernan turns his man, gets it up. The second time Vaskin takes his shot. Does that one find its way between the posts? Yes, it does. Good score from Nenagh from what could have been a bit of danger down the other end.
And you know, the Kilruane lads are livid here below us, and they feel that Conor Ryan's hurley was high up around Keane O'Kelly's neck. But fair play to Tommy Heffernan, 2 points to play, but he's involved in a lot of good things for Nenagh today.
This one is a long one. It's dropping right down on the edge of the square. They go up for that one. Heffernan goes up for that, but it even goes over him. And he's a tall man, and they work it out now. James Mackey, he has a bit of time and space. Kilruane have backed off him a little bit, and they've worked this one up well out in front there. Was Pierce Morris, or Jake Morris again. Jake has it now. He was looking for a shoulder there that never came. Turned and well blocked. Brilliant block there by Darcy. Darcy followed him the whole way. Then he plays that on. The shot comes in. That one is a dangerous looking shot. Keane O'Kelly, absolutely brilliant score, but great work leading up to it.
Absolutely, the two county guys clashing there. I just, you know, we just haven't seen the best out of Jake today. Maybe he's a little bit nervous. Maybe he's just kind of settling the game. But that was super work by Keane Darcy and a great ball to Keane O'Kelly.
And Nenagh are back on the attack again. This one played out as far as Heffernan. Heffernan's out in front of his man, takes that on the hop. Nice one, and he turns past his man. Tommy Heffernan, the captain, going forward. He has 2 points already. Does he have this one? It's a tough angle. He skies it. It's gone over the net, but has it gone over the crossbar? Yes, it has. Tommy Heffernan with his third of the day.
And rightly so. He's turning out to the rest of them saying, come on, lads, will you? You know, he's at 3 points from play. James Cleary's trying to do his best in him, but Tommy Heffernan is really standing up for Nenagh today, and he's going to be looking around the field and asking the rest of them to do the same.
Kilruane goes short. Oh, but it turned over there. Walsh came in there and intimidated his man out of it. He still has the ball. He kicks it forward, soccer style there, 2 or 3 times. It's well read, well anticipated back there by Doheny in the Kilruane goal, and they managed to live to fight another day. But it goes back to him again. They're playing it across their own goal, something the crowd didn't seem to like, but they get away with it this time. And Peters drives that one down the field, down around the forward line, down around Cleary, down around here. It is it now. It's Keane O'Kelly again who's been involved in everything in the last few minutes. He gives it as far as Sean McAdams. McAdams puts that one high and puts that one over the bar.
A great score there, you know, great vision by Cian O'Kelly. I know the crowd are getting a little bit panicked, but I think they have to realise just how comfortable these guys are on the ball nowadays, you know what I mean? They don't mind if it's going across the goals or not, and that was a super score. His first from play today by Sean McAdams.
Kilruane starting to put the boot down a small bit. They're starting to try and get their score, keep that score. We're taking over. Brilliant flick there coming in from the Nenagh man. Absolutely brilliant flick by Pierce Morris. Tried to give it out to his brother. But everything has been fought for. The intensity of the game has definitely risen since the water break.
Absolutely. Christy Morgan is down there now, and he's having a good word up here. Carroll, the linesman. Mikey Heffern is standing over it. As we said, you know, if a guy is fairly good at the sidelines, a pitch like Tommy Vara does offer a guy a chance, like we see with Cian O'Kelly, to nail it over the bar. But, you know, we've had a much more lively start to this second quarter, definitely, anyway, Paul.
Quickly taken there by Heffern. He goes across. Good vision out of him. He tries to give it across to Gleeson, who was in a bit of space. He has it. Oh, what was that now? Gleeson went down. He did good. Was there a hand on the back? Did he just slip? Has he the wrong studs? And it's hard to tell from that one.
Yeah, it is hard to know. I think it's one of those ones, a bit of experience by Killian Gleeson. You know, he's been around a few years now, and he just felt any touch in the back at all go down straight away. And really, this is one Jake Morris should be nailing, but you know, he's finding it hard to play himself into the game so far here today.
He's about 30 yards out. You'd imagine this, as you say, should be fairly scoreable. His team are a point down. They could do with this one just to settle him a little bit. It feels like Kilruane have gone into the ascendancy in the last few minutes. Here comes Morris. There's a bit of stuff going on in the stand, but Morris doesn't let him put it off. He goes low this time, just over the crossbar, but he gets his point. That's the main thing.
Absolutely, yeah. And there we are again, level again. I think level for the 5th or 6th time now, but I suppose it's what it means to everyone here, Paul, what it means to both clubs to realise what they put in, but I don't know if people at home can hear it, but there's people not too happy with some of the officials at the moment, we'll put it like that.
Yeah, they're making sure the officials are doing their job, which is great for them. Great to have 400 or 500 people telling you how to do your job. But either way, we're back in play again. The ball's dropping there, and Nenagh are onto this one. James Mackey in a bit of space, tries to go one way, then comes back the other way, gives an intelligent ball up to Paddy Murphy. Paddy Murphy does well to clear that one into a bit of space. Walsh had come out, and it went in over his head, but has he got the pace to get in after that? It's asking a lot, and he doesn't manage to get there. Kilruane are back there and clear their lines through McAdams, and he gives a dangerous one across the field. Tommy Heffernan is going to get onto this one. Heffernan looks lovely, no look hand pass inside as far as Pierce Morris. Pierce Morris had loads of time and space, has a few men outside him. Mikey Heffernan is one of them. Heffernan steadies himself, goes low with the shot and goes over the crossbar, but there was some brilliant piece of play in that sequence.
Absolutely. I mean, Sean McAdams won't like to see the replay of that. I'm sure someone will show him later on in the week. That was a dangerous ball to give. There was an easier ball on, but lovely to see the confidence Tommy Heffernan's playing there, out the back door, hand pass, and nice simple score by Mikey.
Mikey there with the point as well, so that's his second of the day. We're back in play again here, and the ball comes in, the ball goes over, and the ball goes over the crossbar. Great quick response there from Kilruane Mac Donaghs.
Super score. Willie Clancy's first from play, his 4th overall, and he's a guy playing with great confidence there today, Kilruane.
Poor puck out there, and Kilruane are on the attack again. Well read. They've given it outside as far as Cahill. Cahill goes down for that. Was there a bit of a push there? The referee decides there was, and it's going to be a handy enough score here, you'd imagine, for Kilruane. Few things went on there. The referee, though, in fairness to him, as Shane says, he explains everything and why he's doing everything.
No, I really do have a lot of respect for Conor Doyle, you know, and I think the players do as well. That's evident, you know. There's not too much back chat. But Mark Tweed, he's living on the edge with some of the puck outs. I love to see it as well. I've seen Nicky Quaid and Owen Murphy and all these guys doing it, but just got caught out there that time.
And it's going to be Cian O'Kelly, I think, is going to take this one. Yeah, O'Kelly takes that one and puts it over the bar. So they're mixing up their free takers. There doesn't seem to be a huge strategy behind it, as it was close to where Willie Clancy scored one from a few minutes ago. But they're scoring them, and that's the main thing. That's all Kilruane will care about.
If I was hitting the frees, I'd want to be hitting them all, though.
All about the glory. And here we go again. Nenagh on the attack, slowly starting to build. And that one is something we very, very rarely see in a match at this level. That's twice, one from both sides now, where the ball's gone straight out of play from the wing-back's clearance. Almost rugby style, looking for touch. And it's gone back. Gone back now, and it's going to be a line ball to Nenagh. $11 points to 10 in favour of Kilruane. Plenty of goal chances, but none has actually gone in yet from either side in this game. Mainly the goal chances have come from Kilruane. They've had 4 or 5 already. Now Nenagh back in possession of the ball, looking for some support. Good hand pass over the shoulder. Intelligent, direct ball inside as far as Morris. I think Morris is on that. Morris with the shot. And Morris with the score. Morris is playing himself back into this game. That's Pierce Morris with a good score.
That's his 2nd point from play too. All the forwards have scored from play, barring Paddy Murphy now. So if Nenagh can get the ball into them, and when they use it well, you know, we've seen what they did last year in the stadium. They can rack up 20, 25 points handy.
dropping that one around. A lot of men go for that. Does anyone catch it clearly? It's a Kilruane man. It's Jerome Crahall with the shot. It's half blocked. We heard a timber from here, but it goes to the left and wide. And that little block must have done enough just to send the ball to the left and wide. Yeah,
great pressure. Kilruane are using the ball well, though. They've only had 4 wides today, and to be fair to Nenagh as well, they've only had 2 wides. So guys in the best position a lot of time are getting the ball.
Nenagh come again now, down towards Tommy Heffernan. Heffernan gets his hand in it, but can't manage to hold it. It's gone to ground again. Hard to call it. Not easy being a referee. Hard to call which way that was going, but Kilruane get the decision for a high tackle around the neck, and they're going to take their time with this one. I'd say, oh no, they don't. The full forward, Cian Darcy's all the way back there and plays that into the corner, into a bit of space. Well taken there. Unfortunately, he loses his footing there, O'Kelly. O'Kelly has a man holding him off, but he goes past him. Still O'Kelly, and won himself a free. He worked hard to win that one.
Oh, he's a beast of a man. Cian is a beast of a man, and once you get the arm up around there at all, Cian has the physical strength to push the arm up and I suppose make the decision for the referee that look, his arm is here, whether he meant to do it or not. See, Dan McCormick is very good at it as well for Borris and Tipp, and I suppose a lot of rests sometimes they mightn't give him, but I suppose in fairness to Cian, that was a free with a high arm from Adam Grattan there.
And Cian is going to take the free himself, it looks like. As we said, he took the last one as well and he scored it. This one is slightly more difficult, but again, you'd expect him to score it. Easy save from here, as they say, but you'd expect a man of his calibre to put this one over the bar. He's already got a sideline, a point from free and point from play by my record. So here he goes with this one. Was that on purpose? It was almost Michael Cleary style from the 91 final there with that one. Goes a bit low, but it was well read there by Nenagh.
Yeah, geez, Willie Clancy's hitting them so well. Whether they want one guy to hit him from the left, one guy to the right, I'd leave him Willie Clancy on Damien Nailen, but he didn't connect it as well as Skippy Cleary did in 91.
No, he didn't, and here we go again. The ball is plucked down the side. Looks like Walsh is up for that for Nenagh. Goes over his head on Kilruane. Have enough men back there to kind of managed to muscle their way into this one. It's still on the ground. Is it a Kilruane man who's coming out with it? It is their number 9 McAdams. He gives that one down the side towards Thomas Cleary. Thomas Cleary's on the ball, gets it on the hop, still driving forward. He's come a bit deeper to get this, gives a hand pass outside, and they're driving down through Morgan. Craig Morgan, a man with plenty of county experience at underage as well. There was a hook came in there from Heffernan, who's come all the way back. Good work, but it's still Morgan who has it, and he feeds it outside. Cleary, who started this move, now has the ball. Oh, good ball through the centre, in through Niall O'Mara, who's gone on a great run through the centre, unopposed. Gives a hand pass in over his shoulder, and they're in here. The shot comes in, it's pulled. Oh, the connection just wasn't there. The connection came in there from Hennessy. Seamus Hennessy tried to pull that one old style into the top of the corner, top corner of the net, but he just topped the ball. But Kilruane still hold on to this one. They've worked it all the way in there. Darcy again, who's all the way out the field, tries to drive that one in. They get to pick up. It's Niall O'Mara, feeds it outside. There's a shot coming in there. Shot comes in from Cahill, and they do get a score. There was a goal on there, though, possibly.
Oh, there definitely was. And I tell you what, if Seamus Hennessy connects with him, I've seen the man hit a golf ball. He drives it from here all the way into Nenagh. He could have been wrestling into the top corner, but a great period of play. And we see this after taking out a few of the players. They're bent over after it.
That was helter-skelter up the field, and Kilruane are back into possession of the ball. Craig Morgan over there, who's come into the game a little bit more in the last few minutes, but there was a hand on a back there. Morgan would want to be a little bit careful there. The referee isn't taking any of that nonsense today, he's kind of saying, but he's won himself a free, and it's going to be, is he going to take it himself, or who's going to come back and take this? Either way, we're going to start with a free out, restart with a free out for Kilruane Mac Donaghs, and it's Darcy who's going to come back and take this. As Shane said earlier, he's 14 on his back, but numbers mean very little in the modern game. He's all over the park today. Here comes Darcy now, trying to drop that inside, in around to Cahill, in around to anyone who can get their hand in it at this stage. Cahill does get his fingertips on it, but it breaks out to O'Mara, who seems to have come up the field, falls dramatically there, Tom Daly style almost there as he went down over the ball. No free, the referee says a hurley went flying in the air, but it looks like it's Jerome Cahill over there, the team captain, gives that outside. Nenagh have enough men back to not let it go any further, but Cahill does well and gets this one back, feeds it outside towards O'Kelly, I think it is. No, it's not, it's Darcy. Darcy's well blocked there. Great defender back there by Jake Morris. They have a couple of tussles today in this game, but Kilruane managed to get the ball back and managed to get it over the bar.
Fair play to Cian, standing up the strike at this level that's not on, but he made amends for it to get his second point from play. He did very well, and I think that's us half time. I think maybe the first water break might have ran on a bit, Paul, but very, very exciting second quarter there.
Absolutely, that half flew, definitely the second quarter in particular, I suppose. 13 points to 11 in favour of Kilruane Mac Donaghs, with a lot of hurling to go here. Shane, I suppose if you want to sum up that first 33, 34 odd minutes for us.
Yeah, like I suppose like both teams kind of started kind of nervously the first quarter. It was 6 points to 5. They were level 3 times. We didn't have many wides. Whether that's a kind of a scenario of who the man in the best position is getting the ball. For me, what it was just lads were kind of nervous about taking on the shot. And I think what you're going to see in the second half, right, 13-11. If we got the same in the second half, Paul, we'd be looking at 26 points to 22. That's good scoring at club level. I suppose maybe we're spoiled into county level, Paul, are we? With teams getting 30, 32 points regular basis. People have to realise you're club level now. And any team that breaches the 23, 24 point mark is having a very, very good day. So I think it's tit for tat. You hit the nail on the head. There's been 4 or 5 goal chances, but they've only been on the Nenagh goal. I don't think Conor Donny's had to raise his hurley yet to make a save. Like.
Absolutely. So it's 13 points to 11 here in Toomevara. This is the 3rd or 4th or 5th. Who knows? They've had so many games in Tipp Senior Hurling Championship over the last few days. We had another cracker last night with plenty of goals in the stadium as Thurles took on Drummond. We have the best bits of that for you coming up right now.
Out the middle here, out as far as Conor Stakelum. He sends it straight into the danger area. Hopping ball in there, and it's won by Dennis Marley's off this ball. It's Sarsfield's coming through, and it's in the back of the net. It's Paddy Creedon and it's sent straight into the danger area, right in on top of Dennis Marr. Dennis Marr coming through now once more. It's Dennis Marr. He fires it in, and it's another goal. And he's just suffering from injuries the last couple of years and can't do so. Long puck out down the field, gathered down there now by Ronan Maher, and away he goes and sends it straight back in towards Dennis. The ball breaking inside at Sarsfields once more. It's Creedon. Gathers now and feeds Ronan in the middle. Ronan Maher unmarked here, sends it straight down the field in on top of the full forward line again. Ball just skids free, and again it's won by Creedon, and now he comes on the attack, heading for the 21. It's Creedon. Angles this all the way up the field, looking for Dennis Maher every time. He comes out, gathers this out to Aidan McCormick. McCormick with a long range one all the way in, and Aidan McCormick gets a point for Fintan Purcell. Purcell gathers this ball, angles it back into the middle of the field, and it's gathered out there now by Johnny Ryan, and Johnny Ryan slots it over the bar. Drummond really coming into this game now after 10 minutes. Corner back for Drummond gathers this and feeds it outside him all the way out to Johnny Ryan. Johnny Ryan now holds up this ball and moves it on a few yards, and Drum have got the overlap here. It's out as far as Robbie Long, unmarked from the 45 at the Ryan stand side, and next ball spills free. It's out as far as Ronan Maher from centre field all the way in, and Ronan Maher
in that, and immediately as soon as he did, he put the ball back across the centre to the on-running John Campion. Now John is playing at centre back, even though he's picked at corner forward, so John is a really good promising young hurler. Took a
breaking and out the field they come, unmarked players, as this one is sent long all the way in, and this time it's gone over the bar. That's a super point from out.
It was a point, but another yard or two and that was a goal opportunity.
So sideline for Drum over the far side, taken quickly. John Campion gathers it. John Campion coming through towards the 40, and he sends it in high and over the bar. Paddy Creedon comes out to meet it. Paddy Creedon gathers now, turns inside, gone in past the 14 and slots this one in and over the bar. 3-12 for Sarsfields. Breaking ball in the middle of the field. It's won again by a green jersey, and it's sent all the way back in, this time by Johnny Ryan, and over the bar. Stephen Cahill, long ball into the danger area, hopping in there in front of Dennis Maher. Out comes Hassett. It's broken free. It's Sarsfields on the attack here. It's Butler coming through the middle, and he's buried it. Sprinting out to get there for Drum, does so, feeds it back in the middle, back into Robbie Long. Robbie Long on the run this time, sends this in and over the bar. Bring you an update on the other Tipp Championship games as soon as we get them, but it is Sarsfields on the attack here with Ronan Maher, and Ronan Maher from out around centre fields has this ball, feeds it on ahead of him now onto Robbie Long. Robbie Long, time and room on the 45, bringing it in to make certain of it, and he sends this one in and over the bar. So Collins lines it up, the corner forward, here he goes, rises and strikes it into the corner. And it's sent in now by Johnny Ryan, a crossfield ball over towards Butler. Butler gathering on the run here now, sends this one in, and this one is over the bar. Really good stuff. Heading for the 45 all the way in now, staying going here, and Ronan just pulls out of him there, but he gets the ball back here, and it's sent in and over the bar. Sends it in on top of the full forward line. Breaking ball in there, Paddy Creedon. Paddy Creedon gathers, off he goes, heading for the 21, heading past the 14. Ronan on the 45 now, sends this long all the way in on top of that full forward line. Dangerous ball. Dennis Maher is there. Creedon too. Creedon gathers it, turns inside, looks at the post, and Paddy Creedon. And this is the first weekend of it. Details on the Tipperary GAA website. We're ready for this free. It's Shamey who sends it in and over the bar. 120 now for Drummond. The Twin Towers in there, Dennis Maher and Paddy Creedon. They're on the attack once more here. Conor Stakelum this time. Conor Stakelum coming through and sends it in.
Welcome back to Toomevara. Great to see the pitch has been well populated by the locals of all ages out pucking around there, getting to experience what it's like to play on a pitch that's quality enough for Tipperary Senior Club Championship. So they're kind of making their way off the field, and we have a few players who are making their way onto the field. Shane, I suppose, what are we expecting in the second half?
Well, I suppose the first thing we're expecting is for myself and yourself, Paul, to get Willie Cleary's name right. We're calling him. Look, lads, I tell you, look, there's no one perfect, but we got something wrong once, but we were mistaken, you know, we put it like that. But yeah, apologies to Willie Cleary. He's flying about 4 points. Whether we call him Clancy or Cleary, lads, he's 4 points, guy. He's going well.
And hopefully we say his name as often in the second half. So yeah, Willie Cleary.
Exactly.
Anyway, we'll get it.
No, I think it's been fierce close. But I suppose we said before the game, these teams are fairly evenly matched down through the years. There's 6 times level in the first half, 13 points to 11 now. As I'm saying to people, if we get the same in the second half, it's 26-22. I think if Kilruane can get a goal, though, it could be massive for them. So. Nenagh are playing down whatever bit of a fall we have here, and I suppose Kilruane are playing into the so-called scoring goals here in Toomevara.
And off we go here. We'll keep an eye out. Was there any changes there at half time? I don't see any new numbers, but Shane, you might keep an eye on that for a second as a puck up the field there coming from Cahill there of Kilruane Mac Donaghs, and they hold on to possession here going across the field. Good work there. Work out as far as Darcy. Darcy's in a bit of space. Darcy takes his shot, steadies himself and puts that over the bar, and Darcy is up to 3 points for the day.
Absolutely, yeah, and that'll get him into the game straight away. 3 points to play for Keane Darcy. A great start to the second half for the Kilruane boys.
And the ball goes downhill, down there on top of Jake Morris. Jake Morris puts his hand in that, doesn't manage to get it, but it's Tommy Heffernan over there. Mikey Heffernan even who has it now. Mikey holds off, gives it outside there, getting a bit of support, tries to give it outside as far as Paddy Murphy. Paddy Murphy, the only forward for Nenagh not to score yet. He goes past his man. Is he looking to make a difference there? Yes, he is, off the stick on his left hand side, but it goes to the right and wide.
Yeah, you know, Paddy Murphy would normally be nailing them. I suppose he's had a couple of shots today, a couple of wides. As we said already, it does take a game or two for some guys to settle into County Hurling Championship.
Donaghy goes short with the puck out as far there as Niall O'Mara. Niall O'Mara looks up and drops that one. Absolutely launches that in around the full forward area. It drops, comes there to Cleary. Cleary, who's been good in the second half on his left hand side, shoots and puts that one over the bar. He's started the second half like he finished the first.
Yeah, absolutely. It's his first score, like, but that's Thomas Cleary. That's what he can offer, you know. He's very accurate. He's a big guy and he's a great target man for Kilruane.
Puck down there, well taken, absolutely brilliant puck out there. Another well rehearsed one. Paddy Murphy's been good in the second half so far. Just as I say that, then the pass is slightly wayward, but Kilruane hold on to possession there and they've worked it out there through Mark O'Neill. Mark O'Neill again drops that one inside. It looked like the Kilruane man there was being held, and Nenagh take advantage of that and work it out there. Gleeson now on possession of the ball, gives that outside, holding on to it now. The shot coming in from downtown, way out the field. Is it going to have the accuracy? Definitely has the distance. The umpire goes to the white flag, and that's a score for Nenagh.
And I tell you, Pierce Morris knows where the posts are today. That's his third point from play. As you said, they've all scored from play, bar Paddy Murphy, but the Nenagh forwards as a unit, when they do get the ball inside the 65-45, they're fairly accurate and they usually take the right decision.
Kilruane now hoping to open up, I suppose, a bit of a lead here. They've gone 15 points to 12 ahead. They'll be hoping to hold on to that, but Nenagh will be doing everything in their power to stop that. And it's Pierce Morris had the ball there. He's lost possession of the ball, but he gives it down inside, and they're driving forward through Gleeson on the far side. He's been well marshalled over there by Mark O'Neill. The two of them having a good row over the ball there, and O'Neill does well to win that. Gives it inside as far as Niall O'Mara. Niall O'Mara doesn't get that the first time, and it's driving forward there. It looks like it was Jake Morris. Did well to win himself a free hit, hands all over him, wins the free, and Nenagh will surely score from this one.
He should. He really should. You know, I mean, playing down the hill, whatever bit of breeze might be there with him as well, and Jake Morris should nail this and bring the Nenagh boys back to 2 points, because Kilruane had it out to 4 there, you know, and they look to be going well.
Jake now, he has 2 from frees already. He has 1 from play. Steps over this one. He'll be hoping to get this one to get things going again for himself and for Nenagh in the second half. He's not in any hurry. Goes with that one, fairly calm about the strike, but the main thing is he puts it between the posts, and a good score from him, and that's his 3rd from free for today. Kilruane have slightly slowed down. They were very quick with the puck outs in the first half. On this occasion they've slowed down a small bit, but again they're dropping it down on top of Cleary. That's where things have been going all day nearly, or at least since the second water break. They've managed to win themselves a line ball, so they've made a lot of ground there possession wise, and now it's going to be taking a sideline ball there from Kieran Cahill. Cahill looks like he's going to tee this one up. Is he going to go for the post with this one? Maybe it's about 50 yards out. It would be a big ask. Has he got this in the locker? He decides to change his mind and go short. He does make a nice connection of it, but does it get to a Kilruane man? It does eventually. I don't know, was it the man he was aiming for, but he eventually gets it. Niall O'Mara there is on that one, trying to get her up first and second time, uses the boot on it, now in a bit of space on his left hand side. Niall O'Mara, good score from him. Kilruane worked hard for that one, but they got the rewards.
Absolutely. Look, a lovely ball in by Kieran Cahill. Got a bit fortunate, found into the break into Willie Cleary, flicked it off, and Niall's first score from play.
Pucked out there now by Chute. He goes down, it's dropping down inside around the Nenagh danger zone. A hand went up there, the hand was Paddy Murphy. He didn't manage to get it though, and Kilruane are back there. They're composed, they're calm, and they clear that down as far as Cleary again. Cleary's having a good battle there, a great battle there with Healy. Cleary is all over him, and he literally was all over him according to the referee, and it's going to be a free out, and Nenagh will take their chance to take a breather there and take this free probably far out to go for a score.
And I tell you, and I know a lot of people I know we've loads of people listening because they told us we got the name wrong, but I tell you this, lots of clubs have different type slitters, Paul, right? And people might say this sounds ridiculous, but it is a different strike. Like, some teams are using their own Kelly slitter. I see Nenagh have their own crested ball. It's a different strike, and you see some mishits because of it, because clubs aren't used to using them.
Well, here comes Heffernan with that one. Does he manage to hit that one correctly? Looks like he does. He puts that one over the bar, and Heffernan, that's his first score from a free for the day. He's got 2 from play, so they're really mixing up their free takers down there in the Nenagh side, but I suppose if they keep scoring they'll be happy with it as well.
Absolutely, Paul.
Pucked out there now, again it's down on top of Cleary. Again, everyone knows where the ball is going from a puck out from Kilruane at this stage, and Nenagh looked like they might have got to grips with it as they've worked it out. Now it's Heffernan on the ball. Heffernan has come all the way back here in his own half back line. He's a couple of players on his back. One of them was Cleary. The ball is still on the ground. Nenagh trying their best to get this up. They have a few players in there, and it's Cleary now, has it in a bit of space. His shot is half blocked, but it's still dangerous in around the house. A few players waiting for that. Is there anyone going to get on it? It is Mark Chute in the goal for Nenagh. That was trying to get in there as far as Hennessy was trying to do damage. It's worked its way out and cleared. No look, clearance down. It's 2 against 1 down here. No one at all hardly down at this end of the field. That one man for Nenagh was Heffernan, and he was judged to have fouled, and Kilruane will live to fight another day. Tactics going on down there, Shane. What do you think happened there? The fact there's only 3 players in the whole half practically.
I just think Tommy Heffernan has such a pair of pedals on him, you know, speed-wise, that if they got the space in front of him, you know, that he could take him on, and he knows where the goal is. So I think that's what Nenagh are trying to do, leave space in front of him and get the ball in quick.
Ball puck down there again. It gets Cleary onto this one. Thomas Cleary rides the tackle, gives a good pass inside, and here he comes driving forward here. It looks like it's O'Kelly. O'Kelly with his shot, and O'Kelly finds the net. They have been threatening for the last half an hour or so, and eventually they put the ball into the back of the net.
Super score, great. Again, Thomas Cleary, he just given away the free before him, but he made amends. He snapped that ball. He's a great target man. That's 1-3 now for Cian O'Kelly. That's a super goal, but you know what, Paul? They were threatening that all day. They had 5-6 goal chances. Cian O'Kelly had the guy inside, but you know what? He's a guy playing with confidence, and he buried it into the middle of the net on the right-hand side.
There was no stopping that one. 116 now to 14 points. Kilruane have opened up a bit of a lead, and Nenagh will be hoping they can close that in as quick as they can. They'll be hoping to get a score almost immediately. They need a response. Things have been delayed. There's a few, I think there are a few subs going on there. It looks like Sean Phelan has come on there for Nenagh, so we'll see what kind of an impact he can make. Sean Phelan has come onto the field, and that one is pucked down there down the field, and there's a few players go for that. It's a Kilruane man again who comes out with it. Well played back there. It looked calm and composed, and they've worked it out the field. They've worked it out as far as O'Neill, but it's been turned over the sideline. I know how much of that you can hear the officials here on the sideline, or the mentors aren't happy with that from a Nenagh point of view, I think it was, or who knows. Anyway, it's Heffernan on the ball. Heffernan of Nenagh goes past his man. He's out around the centre of the field on his right hand side, dropping that one in with a shot rather than a pass. Does it have the distance? It does, and that is a fantastic score right out on the sideline from Heffernan.
Great score from Mikey. I've seen him do it time and time again, even when he was involved with Tipp, and we've seen him down through the years as well, and he scored 4 points today. 3 from play.
Quickly taken there, and Kilruane trying to get back into this as quick as they can. 116 to 15 points. They need to keep going with this. They need to try and Nenagh need to get back into this if they want to make a contest of it. And it's dropped. Well picked up there, and here comes the man who's just come on there. Or no, that's Gleeson, I should say. Gleeson went with the hand pass, but he's half blocked. The ball goes to ground. They're fighting for that one. 3 or 4 men involved in that one. And eventually it's a Kilruane. They're coming out. All the 50-50s at the moment are going Kilruane's way, and they've held on to possession here. They're working hard for this, and they've worked it out as far as Craig Morgan. Craig, one hand on the hurley, gets this, has a bit of time, goes back to field, and they start to build through Cahill. Cahill looks up on his left hand side, out, lovely ball into space. Oh, just missed over there. It looked like it was Hennessy who was trying to get onto that. Hennessy has been quiet. He'd be hoping to try and make his way into this game a little bit more as this half goes on. And now it's Nenagh about to clear this one. A big lofted clearance right down on top of Heffernan, right down on top of Tommy. But he doesn't manage to get in. Kilruane, their full back line and half back line have been very good over the last 10 minutes or so anyway, since the start of the second half. It's Kilruane now back in possession of this one. Goes out as far as Cleary. Cleary in a bit of space on his right hand side, puts this one high. Is it going to have the legs on it? The referee says saw something he didn't like, square ball. It's going to be a free out. We can all take a little breather. It's been up and down the field.
We haven't time. They haven't time. The Nenagh lads haven't time to take a breather. Straight out to Killian Gleeson.
Well, when the commentators are getting tired, you know that the intensity of this game has really come up, and Nenagh are on the attack again. Left down inside, but well read. Is it well read there? Do they manage to get onto that? Jake Morris was out in front, but he's muscled out of it, and Kilruane are doing well back there. They're not letting that in easy. And that one is pucked down again, well plucked out of the air, brilliantly plucked out of the air by Cleary. Here comes Cleary, he's on the ball, on the stick, has the ball ready to go, lays it outside. Oh, looked like a late tackle come in, and the referee brings it all the way back. A foul came in a few minutes early, and Cleary is down. He's going to maybe need a bit of attention, but brilliant play from him.
Brilliant play from Willie Cleary. Definitely not Willie Clancy. He was absolutely great. It doesn't look like the most physical guy, but he won that ball well. Thomas Cleary beforehand, but I'm really, really impressed in this quarter by Kilruane's midfield, in particular Sean McAdams coming out with a lot of ball, and in fairness to Aaron Morgan, he's back there now trying to do a job at Tommy Heffernan. So I think while they're 4 points up, Kilruane are every bit deserve that. Seamus Hennessy is just finding the pace maybe a bit much with all the space in front of him. He's marking one of Tipperary's top defenders, Barry Heffernan, as well. So I'd say we could see maybe Paddy Williams or someone like that maybe coming onto the Kilruane team, give a bit more pace in the forward line there, Paul.
Absolutely, I'd say the players are happy enough to take a little break here for a second, and hopefully Willie Cleary is alright. He's hopefully able to get up and play on. He's had a great game. He's had 4 points, as we said already, in the game, 3 from frees and 1 from play, and he was bearing down on goals there. The Nenagh lads felt they had no choice when he pulled him down, but when we do restart, it'll restart with probably a 30-yard free in for Kilruane. So
yellow card there as well, Paul, for Barry Heffernan. So whether it was from that now or not, or maybe himself and Seamus Hennessy just getting to know each other a bit after that square ball incident, but the umpires called him in, and again, have to credit the man. Conor Doyle went in, consulted with them, and yellow card was issued.
So this is just taking a small bit longer maybe than we'd expect, and we see water going out onto the field. I don't know, is that something, that's the first time I think I've seen that this year, maybe in a club game anyway. So there's people getting rehydrated and taking the opportunity. The day, as we said, is overcast, but it's close, as the old people say. It is humid, so we're going to restart with a free in to Kilruane in a fairly scoreable position. A long chat going on there. Who's the wrong chat there between Hennessy and the referee? Oh, And Hennessy takes the free, and that's his first score of the game. He gets himself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I tell you, Kilruane have had a spread of scorers from frees today. I think that's their third person who scored from frees today. So obviously they don't mind who takes them. If they're in the scorer position, put it down and put it over the bar and don't think too much about it.
And that's exactly what Hennessy seemed to do there. And back in play again here. Kilruane have lost possession there, and it's now James Mackey of Nenagh has it. Gives it back outside as far as Grattan. Grattan plays that inside. He's looking to play that inside to Paddy Murphy. Paddy Murphy doesn't get it. It runs past him and goes in as far as Jack Peters. Peters' clearance maybe isn't as good as he'd like, but he gets it back again. A little 1-2 he played there, and they go across the goal. And again, we hear the crowd not liking that, but as Shane said, we have to trust these players. They know what they're doing. Crane Morgan cleared that out as far as Niall O'Mara. Niall O'Mara is blocked down though. Nenagh not letting him out, not letting him get on easy. Good work there though by Darcy. Darcy has been all over the field today. And he's back on the ball again, doesn't manage to get that up the first time. And the number 14 for Nenagh, Anthony Walsh, is over there now as well. The Bull is putting everything he has into that one, trying to get that ball up. Still on the ground, maybe the referee should throw this one in. There's 7 or 8 players involved in this ruck, but the ball is eventually somehow comes out of that, and it's the Kilruane man again. From a Nenagh point of view, Kilruane are coming out of them rucks far too often. It's Conor Ryan now on the ball. There's plenty of space out this side of the field, and Nenagh work it through well. A nice pulled on. The ball is just getting left in fast, and that's great to see. And now it's Gleeson of Nenagh. Takes that one very well on the run. On his left-hand side, Gleeson puts it in low. Oh, the referee pulls that one back for a free.
Yeah, stroke there by Kieran Cahill. He knows himself. I suppose he felt the goal chance was on. He came across. You know, sometimes you get the ball and they look great, but when you don't, it just looks terrible. You're coming in like that. He's going to get a yellow card here. Nenagh are going to score the free, but again, you know, I suppose players playing with self-confidence. Jake Morris, we'd normally see him with Tip. He'd be gone. He put that over the bar. He threw it off to Killian Gleeson coming in. So maybe that's something he'll grow. He'll grow into the championship as it goes on, Paul.
And a yellow card there, as Shane suggested, a yellow card there for Kilruane. Cahill, I believe it is, as Shane said. Yeah, look, he's got the yellow. He'd need to be careful for the last bit of play, especially if the Nenagh lads keep coming down that channel like they have been doing the last few minutes. But it's Morris now to stand over this one. He has 3 already from place balls, and he's got 1 from play. So here he goes with this one. We're expecting him to have scored. Yes, we have. You can mark that down as another one for Jake. And he's keeping Nenagh in this game to a certain extent. 117 now to 16 points. So still, a goal for Nenagh would change a hell of a lot. A goal for either team now would change a hell of a lot. And we puck down again, Kilruane onto this one. The ball bouncing there, bouncing up almost football style. And it's Kilruane who seem to react quickest to that one over there. There's 4 or 5 players around that one. It looks like it's Niall O'Mara now who has it. O'Mara's shot doesn't go where his pass doesn't go where he would have liked. And it's Nenagh who come out with this one. They're breaking through the tackles. Nice little stick pass there, looking for Heffernan, who'd come all the way out the field for this. It runs past him, but more from his point of view, more importantly, a Nenagh man has it, and it's his brother. It's actually back out there, Mikey Heffernan. Mikey Heffernan with a shot from the sideline. They have no fear of shooting from the sideline, but that one drifts just to the left and wide.
Yeah, only their second wide of the second half, and I suppose overall they've had 4 wides, but we just seen glimpses of it there, Paul, didn't we? When Nenagh are on full flight, Sean Phelan is fast, Tommy Heffernan's fast, Mikey Heffernan's fast. When they're at full flight, they're hard stopped. They need more of that to take on the Kilruane lads.
That's something we're expecting to see more, I suppose, in the next 20 minutes or so of this game. The ball is dropping now around the corner forward position. Brilliantly taken. Almost first time there. He had it in his hand there, the Keano Kelly, but it fell out. But they've held on to possession now and they're working it through Cahill. Cahill gives it out as far as Kelly. Kelly on the 21. Kelly with the shot. And Kelly with the point. Keano Kelly.
God, super score. I mean, people don't realise that hand pass was not going to the face guard level, as we sometimes say, but Keano Kelly has got such long arms and he's so rangy, and he pops it over the bar. He scored 1-4, 1-3 from play today. He's been excellent for Kilruane.
Absolutely, he started things off well with that sideline and he's kept it going throughout this game. Now it's Kilruane fighting for it over there. The Nenagh man involved, Heffernan, is trying to throw his backside into that, trying to get at and on the ball, and it's Phelan trying to go down, and it's still Heffernan, still on the ground, still trying to get this one up. Still Mark O'Neill over there for Kilruane trying to get it. Does he get it? Referee blows his whistle and it's going to be a free in. And you can imagine this could be scoreable. Is Jake Morris going to come out and take this one and maybe keep Nenagh in contention in this game? It looks like Jake is coming over to take this one. You never know in this game who's going to be taking the free, Shane.
Just don't know. I'd say one of us might be asked to come down and take a free the way things are going there at the moment, Paul. We've had 5-6 different scorers from frees, but as I said, I'll make this point that the teams that go further in the championship, you know, the pitch gets a bit heavier, Paul. The game slows down. Need a top-class free taker to be consistent. You're talking about 80-85% with the frees, like.
Absolutely. The county final is down for the middle of November. It'll be a different game altogether they'll be playing then. We'll be thinking back to the lovely close day we had in August when we're here in Toomevara. But here comes Jake Morris. Jake goes relatively low with that one, and is it fairly accurate? It is. Jake has found his range in the last few minutes. That's another point for him.
Yeah, he really has, you know, and there's nothing between them. Like, I mean, it's six scores each in this quarter, but I suppose it's that goal. It's that goal for Kilruane when you look up at the scoreboard. And
fantastic take by O'Mara. O'Mara is off. He's past his man. He shoots. His shot maybe isn't as accurate as he would have liked. He was half blocked, half hooked, but it goes inside and it's still in play, and Kilruane are still on this one. In there as far as Hennessy. Hennessy's out by the corner flag. The big man is looking for a bit of support. He goes short with this one as far as Mark O'Neill. O'Neill has it. Not an easy angle, but O'Neill, does he make very light of that? Yes, he does. The crowd like that one. Good work by Hennessy, and O'Neill gets the point.
Super stuff, you know. But Seamus Hennessy using all his experience. Great catch by Niall O'Mara. Just a kind of a miss hit. Hennessy nice and composed. Doesn't take the stupid shot from out near the main road. Out to Mark O'Neill, and that's his first point from play.
That one is dropping down and dangerously, and Nenagh man has that brilliantly taken, absolutely fantastically taken there by Murphy. Murphy, as we said, who's been very lively in the second half. We've said his name plenty of times, but he doesn't manage to get the ball to a teammate of his, and Kilruane turn it over and worked it up the other end of the field. Chance here, should be a relatively easy score. He's all on his own, and he puts that one over the bar. Another good score by Cian O'Kelly, who's been everywhere today.
Absolutely, yeah. I know, and as I said, 1-5, 1-4 from play. I mean, that's fair going at this level, and Kieran Cahill is down here. I don't know, is it a new injuries after picking up, or he seems to be holding a different part of his body. His back was at him before the game, and he signalled out here to the management here, and he says his game is done, you know. But you're looking up the scoreboard, 120 to 17 points. You're coming into the next water break. It's a nice feeling when you have that 120 up on the board, Paul.
Absolutely, and Cian O'Kelly, if they just keep getting the ball into him from a Kilruane point of view, they'll be saying we have this game in the bag. Kilruane Mac Donaghs could be away with it. 120 to 17 points, as we said. The game has been stopped here for an injury. There's still plenty of activity on the field. A lot of shouting and roaring going on. I think people are trying to reorganise back there. Is it Hennessy trying to give?
Yeah, I tell you, Fez, he's some leader for this team down through the years. An absolutely fantastic guy, and for me, a guy who would have really made it at senior intercounty level. Barron just crippled with injuries at coming into his pomp, but he's a great leader, and they all look to him, and the longer they can leave him on the field, the better, even for that bit of leadership, Paul, you know.
And he came into his own setting up that last score there, and here we go to start with Mark Tude of Nenagh. Very accurate puck out, but it just bounces almost rugby ball style. You couldn't follow that one. It's straight back in over his head. That would be a fantastic score and a real kick in the gut for Nenagh, but it's gone over the bar. The crowd like that. Kilruane go another point ahead.
Absolutely, I think it's when it's your day, you know. The ball could be hopping straight into Sean Phelan's hand or Nenagh guy's hand. Cian Darcy gets it straight over the bar, and Kieran Cahill is struggling on here, Paul, so he is.
And that ball is left down inside. That was Cian Darcy's 4 point of the day. And now Nenagh are on the attack. It looks like there might have been a pull there, but the Nenagh man drives forward. He's a load of men on his back. He shoots on his left hand side. He shoots over the crossbar. Pierce Morris, another score for him. That's his 4th of the day. And Nenagh need to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
They absolutely do, because I'm just looking at it here now. We've got 1-8 for Kilruane in this quarter. We've got 7 points from Nenagh. 4 of them are from frees. So from open play, Kilruane were the much more dominant team in that as we head into the water break here. But it'll be interesting to see if there's changes made by Kilruane. A couple of tired bodies. For me, when you see Nenagh having to take off Paul McLaughlin, number 2, ready, a guy who wanted to do a man marking job, it wasn't working out. Bring on Sean Phelan, he's up in the forwards there now. So for me, that shows the dominance, Paul, that the Kilruane lads are having up front today.
Is there anyone there that's jumping off the page you want to see come on in the last few minutes, or do you think they've all played their hands at this stage?
Like I suppose for me, I mean on the Kilruane side, if Paddy Williams is down to start the game, is 15, and he's probably a guy they might look to. You know, they might look to maybe the Rob Austins of this world as well. You know. Thomas Cleary and Seamus Hennessy are already on, you know, so I mean they're 2 guys who were listed as subs but have started the game, so I think they're just going to have to try and tough it out. You know, Liam O'Kelly will rally the troops here underneath us, as will Brian Horgan over there, but I just don't think we haven't seen Nenagh at full flow. We haven't seen maybe Jake at full flow. To be fair to Pierce Morris, as you said already, he scored 4 points from play. Mikey's got 3 from play. Tommy's got 3 from play. But I suppose we just maybe haven't got enough from the rest of the players from open play today, Paul.
When you're 6 points down going into the water break, what do you think the players are being told at the moment?
I think Kilruane is just more the same. Keep it simple. Niall O'Mara has really thundered into the game the last 5-6 minutes just by his distribution and everything. You know, he's looking up. If they can see the space in front of Cian O'Kelly, he's absolutely on fire there today with 1-5, 1-4 from open play. I think it'll just be more or less of the same. If you're probably 4 or 5 points up, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you see Kilruane maybe drop a few guys out and they'll have, you know, have what they hold or hold what they have, Paul, you know. So, but like, you know, I've seen Nenagh down through the years. You've seen him as well, Paul. 6 points. They could have 3 or 4 scored in the next 4 or 5 minutes here. So it'll be interesting to see if Kilruane can hold out for a victory here today.
Both those Heffernans have goals in them, as we've seen in the past, as Shane says. So this game is a long way from over. Don't turn off your televisions just yet. We've 6 points in this game. We've about 15 minutes to go yet in this first round of the Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship. group stage, Group 4. And we're about to get going again here for the last quarter. The fourth quarter of this game, 121 to 18 points. Conor Doherty now. Is this one they'll have worked straight from the water break? We've seen that a few times at inter-county level where they say right off this next water break we're trying something, and is that what they're trying here? Again, it's down on top of Cleary. Cleary goes up, gets enough of a hand on it to knock it forward as far as Darcy. Darcy's out by the sideline, and as we predicted, that was definitely spoke about in the water break. Keane Darcy gets another score, and Kilruane are motoring again.
Bang, what a start. 14 seconds in and they have a point on the board. Now it's 122 and it's making a big hill to climb for the Nenagh lads.
And we're going again, and there's 3 Kilruane players over there for that one, and they do get it. James Cleary has it now. He has a bit of time and space, gives a short little poke inside as far as Morgan. Morgan in plenty of time and space puts that one across as far as Hennessy. Hennessy might be slow to get going, but if he does manage to get onto this, there'll be trouble. But as Barry Heffernan's over there, he's quickest to react. Heffernan now out by the corner flag, looking for some support. He has Sean Phelan there calling for, decides to go somewhere else, and it's well read by Darcy. And it's well won back by Kilruane. They managed to turn this one over through who else but Keane O'Kelly. Plays a lovely ball into space. It's a dangerous one between goalie. The goalie doesn't know whether to come or not. He eventually leaves it to Jerome Cahill. Jerome Cahill, the team captain, over his shoulder. And is that one where he'd like it to go? Yes, it is. The umpire goes to the white flag. And a good point. And Kilruane turned that over. They might have been in trouble. They might have lost the ball, but they managed to get a score out of it.
No, absolutely. And I tell you, if it's one thing Jerome Cahill won't be lacking, it's fitness. I tell you, I've seen videos of this guy. He's on Olympic rings. He's able to pull himself up off the ground and flip around. So, I mean, his fitness levels are through the roof. And the Kilruane guys, for me, I know it's when you look up the scoreboard, you get an extra 5%. They look to be the fitter team as well. Maybe those few matches in the North Championship, Paul, have really brought them on up to match fitness, because you can run roads, you can run 5Ks in 15, 16, whatever you want, 17 minutes. I wouldn't even drive it in 15 minutes. But I'll tell you just can't beat match fitness, you know. And as I said, we have another defender going off for Nenagh. Shows you how strong Kilruane lads are up top there today.
Adam Healy looks like his day is done, and there's a few little positional changes. I think they're moving a few players out to the wing, and I can't make out the number just there of who came on. Number 30 actually is even registered on our programme. Yes, he is. That's Adam Carey, has just made his way onto the field there in place of Adam Healy. So 2 Adams coming on there. So and away we go again. The ball is dropping around. Kilruane danger zone. Can they get a stick or a hand onto this? They've enough players in there anyway. There seems to be a huge amount of players over there. And straight away, your man who's just come onto the field, Carey, is trying to make a contribution. He has the ball in his hand, goes across the field, well played. Just doesn't manage to get control first time. And Kilruane do enough there. Anthony Walsh just couldn't bring that ball under control. Bit of a wild pull went in there. The referee didn't like that. And James Mackey is probably going to get his name in his little book for the last 10 or 15 minutes of this game.
And I think I do think when it is your day, it is your day. Another day, you know, James would have probably got the flick in, and Nenagh could be on attack for a goal. But Keane Darcy has really got a pep in his step there now, you know, especially since the start of the second half. You know, he's standing over this free. The way he's striking the last few balls, I feel he probably will have the distance if he has the accuracy. And you look up at 124, 18 points. It's a big thing to try and claw back with 10 or 11 minutes left.
He whatever breeze is there, he has it at his back. It would be a monster score. He's actually been told go back another few minutes. Right? I'm ruling him out, Shane. I don't know. Right. This will be an absolute monster score. Darcy is in actually fantastic form though. He had 5 points, but I don't even think he's actually going to go for this. I see him looking into the corner. I think that might be where he's heading. Yeah, and that's, well, he's dropping it short-ish anyway. It's dropping in around the house. Few men go for it. Is it still there? It is. Kilruane with a shot. Oh, great save. Fantastic effort there by Cahill. Well saved. Fully down, full length of his hurley and his body. Mark Chute manages, does enough to stop it going in.
That's super. But straight away, you know, Kilruane were on the breaks. You know, Seamus Hennessy takes watching. Thomas Cleary, Keane O'Kelly, Jerry Fields, he has it. You know, he's had a great day. 4 points from play, but that's an absolutely top drawer save there from Mark and the Nenagh goals. And, you know, if he gets it, it's game over. I mean, but at this stage for me, I think if Kilruane keep that scoreboard ticking, you know, 123 to 18, they're up 8 points. 124, it's 9 points, and it's looking harder and harder for Nenagh to come back all the time.
Inspirational save. It would have been lights out, as Shane says, where the referee wants. Is there another sub coming on? I think he wants to pause things for a second. Yeah, another Nenagh man making a. I think
Adam Healy, Paul, was off for a blood sub. We see him back on here in front of us. It was only a temporary substitution, so he's back on for the Nenagh lads there now.
And I think Anthony Walsh has made his way off the field there, the Nenagh number 14. So we'll keep an eye out who replaced him. I think in a second. And the ball is poked down into the corner. Nenagh are onto this one. Well taken there by Morris. Jake has it, makes a bit of space. That one is half blocked. Goes across the field, and Kilruane have enough men back there. O'Mara then clears that one out, not very far, but it is to another man with a white jersey, Craig Morgan. Craig Morgan drives that one up the field. It's dropping in around the house. Or I should say that was Mark O'Neill even. Mark O'Neill's shot doesn't go to its intended target though, and they come away. Barry Heffernan now takes the touch, steadies himself, has plenty of time and space, hoping to find someone with this one with a blue jersey on him. Well taken there, right into the hand, and here they come again. Heffernan in a bit of space on the 21. He has 3 men around him. Is he going to manage to get a shot off? He does enough to win himself a free, but they would have preferred a shot at the goal. And they get themselves a free in, but they need a goal at this stage, Shane.
And if there's ever a good free to give away, that was a good free to give away. You know, the lads knew exactly what they were doing. They bottled him up. There was no kind of, you know, cynical fouling, as we'll call it. They just bottled him up and a few little tugs. But look, Nenagh really do have to go for this. I mean, I'm looking at 5-6 minutes on my watch here into the final quarter of the game. You know, sometimes people are so used to watching inter-county games, they forget that it's 60 minutes, not 70. So, you know, the clock is ticking down. They're going to have to go for this, Paul.
It looks like who's standing over this one is Jake Morris. Jake Morris, who, as we said, has come into it freeze-wise in the last. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from freeze and 1 from play. So here he goes, and if Kilruane have the goal line, they know what Jake is going to go for, and Jake surely will go for it. He goes low, well saved. There's enough men on the line to get that, but the danger isn't fully away yet. Nenagh still have it. Heffernan looks to be trying to get that one up, but he's shoved off the ball, and Kilruane come away with it. It's still over there. The referee is having a look at that because there's plenty of players involved in that one, but Nenagh still have possession of the ball, trying to work something out. They're trying to get something out. They still want to come away with at least a point from this movement, but they haven't managed to get the ball up. It looks like it's buried in the ground at this stage. Is someone just standing? I remember Declan Ryan telling a story at this time of game. He used to stand on the ball over in the corner and then wait for the referee to blow a free, and that's exactly what seems to be happening over there now. It's a throw ball, I think.
Good as a score, as they say, Paul. Anything over around there now, Kilruane lads will be absolutely delighted.
And he's throwing it in now, and it is a Kilruane man who comes away with it. And they start to come away, and Nenagh will be disgusted they didn't get at least a point out of that, but I suppose the point isn't any good to them at this stage. They need to be getting goals. Come away there. Jerome Call was coming out. The referee says he fouled somehow. I didn't actually make out what the foul was, Shane.
They believed, well, Conor Doyle believes that he took too many steps with it. Jerome feels that Sean Phelan was kind of tugging at him, and here's the aforementioned Paddy Williams coming on. Willie Cleary coming off the field, I suppose. He's had a great game, put in a great shift for them. And rightly so, he's getting a massive ovation from the management and all the fans underneath us here, Paul.
Yeah, fair play to Willie Cleary. Great game there from the young man. As we said, he's really lit up the first half especially, and we're going to have a free now to Nenagh. Going to be taken over there by Mikey Heffernan even. Mikey has 3 from play and 1 from a free already. This one isn't an easy one. Will he decide to drop it in, or is he going to go for the point? That kind of looks like he's dropping it in, but then hard to know what he was going for with that. Either way, he managed to get himself a point, and Nenagh, I suppose, are chipping away slowly at that lead.
They're chipping away, but it's only their first score in this quarter, you know, and they really are going to need a green flag or 2 to have any hope of getting that now at this game at this stage now.
Probably about 5 minutes or so, maybe probably a little bit more, 7 or 8 maybe, with time added on. But it's Nenagh now who have back in possession of the ball, crowded out of it there, and Kilruane do well to hold on to this. The man who's just come onto the field there, Paddy, is on the ball, manages to win himself a line ball. Paddy Williams has just come into the game there in the last few minutes. He's trying to make an instant introduction, and he must be feeling fresh, and the people on the side are delighted to see his contribution. They're giving him as much encouragement as they can. His boots are looking well. I'd say they're just out of the box before today, but championship haircut. You get championship boots, Shane? Is that something you do?
I tell you, someone said to me before, you want to be hurling farewell to wearing boots that are any colour except black, but he has the nice coloured ones on him today, and he's made a good contribution so far.
He has. And here we go again. Barry Heffernan read that very well. Has he got it the first time he's gone out? Barry went out over the line, and Thomas clearly stood him up there and said, I'll have a go off you as well, but he had gone out of play, and it's going to be a line ball now to Kilruane, and they might fancy this one. They'll definitely take their time to take it. Cian O'Kelly, as we said in the first half, scored one from not too dissimilar a position. Is he going to come across and take this? His form is definitely through the roof at the moment, but hard to know with place balls today, as we've said a few times, who's going to take one. But it looks like it's Cian O'Kelly's going to come over and take this one. He has, I suppose, the breeze, whatever is there is against him. You can tell by the flags down there, but it's non-consequential really. And here he goes, makes a nice connection, but it goes to the right, and no, nothing they could do to keep that one in. Paddy Williams tried to make an effort there, but couldn't keep it in. But 123-19. Kilruane will still be happy enough with that. As Shane says, that's nearly as good as a score at this stage. Nenagh take this one quickly. They'll try and drive it down the field. Brilliantly read, driving out their own defence. Brilliantly driven out there by Sean McAdams. He has a point already today, but he's given away a free, or is involved in whatever happened there. It's going to be a free down to Nenagh now. And it looks like we looked like we got even from his opposition there, Jake Morris. I thought he's holding his hamstring.
Yeah.
Is he there, Jake?
See to be a hamstring or a calf there, maybe a dead calf or something like that. But the guy coming out with the ball there, Sean McAdams, he has been absolutely brilliant today for Kilruane. He's done his job well. He snapped that ball. He looked for the hand pass. It didn't go to hand. But himself and, to be fair, Aaron Morgan in the middle of the field, they've done a great job for Kilruane today.
And here comes Mikey Heffernan now, 5 on the scoreboard already today. This time he's definitely going for the point. And does he get it? It looks like it just crept inside the post, and he's got that one again. So Nenagh go up to 20 points, 123 to 20 points. They just need to probably get the goal now at this point.
They do, Paul. You know, they're coming into the final quarter, you know, down 7-8 points, and their 2 scores in the final quarter have been from frees. You know, they really have to start taking the game to the Kilruane lads. And
they're dropping it down there. Cleary gets that. How many times have we said that today? Cleary wins that directly from the puck out and puts that directly over the crossbar. What a score. You'd be happy to see that one in Croke Park. Not alone here in Toomevara.
Absolutely. You know, his second point from play today, but he's been absolutely brilliant. I think that yellow card, maybe he should get a yellow card every match. He's been absolutely brilliant since he got the yellow card for Kilruane today.
He's been fired up, and here come Nenagh again. Oh, big shoulder there. I think that was the man who came in with the number 30 on his back, took that well, and here we come. Heffernan gives that inside. Well read. Kilruane are really giving away nothing. They want to keep that clean sheet. They don't want to concede any goal. And look at the space up here for Kilruane to run into. Driving forward, Keane O'Kelly, surely the man of the match today. Is that the icing on the cake? Puts that one over the bar in plenty of time and space, and Kilruane are flying.
Absolutely flying. I mean, as I said, I mean, the difference in it, I mean, there's been 4 scores to do. Kilruane have got 4 points from play. Nenagh have only got 2 points from frees. But who was it again, Paul, that won that ball? Looked up, nice and casual, didn't balloon it away. Sean McAdams. And I know we're talking about Keane O'Kelly and a lot of these guys. He's been absolutely immense today, the number 9 for Kilruane.
It wouldn't be like you to be picking out a midfielder who doesn't want to work in the centre of the field.
We never got the credit we deserved for the hooks and the blocks, you know.
125 so to 20 points, and I suppose we've probably about 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's up to the referee's discretion, I suppose, how much you'll add on. We're up to about 11 minutes since the water break, we reckon, so we'll see how things go from there. We've an injury on the far side of the field. Yeah,
Mark O'Neill took a heavy knock there from I think it was Adam Carey from Nenagh was coming out, and he's put in a good shift, and we see another Kilruane sub coming on here now, Paul.
Rob Austin, I think, has made his way onto the field. Is that going to be a temporary, or I suppose there's so little time left? They might as well go with it for a full sub now, but we'll see. Mark O'Neill slowly making his way off the field, but I suppose what hurry is on him. And we're going to restart, I think, with the Nenagh goalie, Mark Chute. The sideline official here has his flag in the air. Is he trying to get Conor Doyle's attention?
I think just ensuring that they don't have 16 on the field. Everything that happens while there's 16 in the field is null and void. So linesman here, my own clubman Philip Kelly from Ballynahinch and Peter Carroll from Birds on the far side. You know, they've done their bit today anyway.
Absolute things have been absolutely up to scratch, and here we go again. That one is short, pucked out as far as Grattan. Grattan feeds that one inside to Heffernan. Heffernan is hoping to try and get this one down the field as quick as possible. They're running out of time, and they've worked it out as far as Healy. Healy feeds that one on to Heffernan. Heffernan is doing this. He's the county man. He's the man they're looking at. He's doing everything he can to drive forward. Gives that one a 1-2 to Heffernan. Gets it back. He's on about 70 yards now, has Heffernan. Still driving forward. Feeds that on again, and Nenagh are still on the attack here. Can they work something out of this score? 9 or 10 minutes around. Oh, and they're done for travelling. I don't know if I've seen travelling for as many players or players caught for travelling as I have in this game. That must be the 3rd or 4th one. Was that a free?
You know, it is, as someone said to me, it is like a deaf dog. It's a hard one to call, you know. I mean, they're 50-50 go either way, but Barry Heffernan, you see what he did there. It's a wonder maybe Nenagh don't think about playing him further out the field the next day.
Absolutely inspirational, but the only thing is now there's a hole back there. And we're done for travelling again. He is really keeping an eye on that, is Conor Doyle. That obviously is something he was told to keep an eye out for coming into this match, and he's done very well. He has spotted it every time, in fairness to him.
Yeah, Thomas does like to take a few steps sometimes, all right, you know, but I think moved up in for Aaron Morgan, just hit the ball up towards the other corner, and they're going to have to lob it in, Paul, aren't they?
Absolutely. Here we go. Heffernan drops that one in around the house, but he decides not to. He decides to put that one over the bar. It's another score for him. But unfortunately, it probably isn't enough for Nenagh at this stage.
No, I suppose it's going by a little flurry of applause here, you know, and
Nenagh Hogan makes his way onto the field there, and it looks like Cian Darcy, who put in a huge shift, makes his way off the field, and the crowd appreciate that.
And Nenagh Hogan is another guy giving great service to Kilruane, and you know, you talk about guys that can run 5k, 10k. This guy can run him in his sleep. You know, he's a seriously fit athlete, and great to see him on the field now for Kilruane.
This is a big statement Kilruane have put down, but here we go. Barry Heffernan has come into the game, I suppose, in that last minute after that lung-busting run. This time he decides to let the ball do the work and drives that one down into the forwards, hoping one of them will get onto it. But Kilruane, as they have done all day, their full-back and half-back line have been very alert and nearly gone onto every ball. They've won this one back again. Good work there by the man with number 5 on his back. I think lays that outside. That was Niall O'Mara, who's been brilliant all day as well. O'Mara gives that on and feeling now of Nenagh. There's plenty of space out here. Have Nenagh one last chance. They're driving forward here. They're trying to get something out of this. Cotter gives that inside. Heffernan now. Heffernan in a bit of space. Feeds it outside. You got a late tackle out to the other Heffernan. Heffernan with the shot. Does that manage to sneak in? Yes, it does. Pulled old style into the back of the net, and Nenagh have a goal.
And to be fair to the two Heffernans, you know, between them today, they've scored. I have 110 down here, you know, out of what is it? Are we looking at 121 now for the Nenagh lads? So you know they have really done well for Nenagh today, and I suppose if they got a little bit more help from the rest of them, we might have a closer game. But you know, I'm coming up to stoppage time here on my watch now, Paul. Just see the goal after going up 4 points. It becomes maybe a tricky one now for the last couple of minutes when Kilruane should be out of sight. Like,
there has been plenty of injuries. In fairness, we don't have an official board or anything here today, but there has been plenty of injuries. You'd wonder how much he will be adding on. There has been plenty, and we're going to start again here with a puck out in the Kilruane goals.
Yeah, Conor Doyle is just after 2 minutes, I think 2 minutes all in, going by the signal he's given to one of the players there when they asked. So
okay, is that 2 minutes from now or 2 minutes from
I'll read his mind from here. It looks like he meant 2 minutes from this puck out, I would say. Okay, yeah, which would be about right. We're on 15 minutes now in the final quarter.
2 goals in 2 minutes isn't unheard of. We'll keep an eye out, Nenagh, so don't drop your heads just yet, Nenagh supporters, but Kilruane, you're in the ascendancy. Here we go with the puck out. That one goes long. It's as far away from his own goals as he could possibly get it. That was his plan, going down top of Jerome Cahill. But Barry Heffernan is back there. Barry Heffernan isn't giving up on this game. He does well. Rise the tackle. Oh, and travelling again. That was one now which was hard to see from here, but the referee has been consistent on it the whole game long, in fairness to him. Yeah,
and to be fair to Kilruane lads, you know, Niall O'Mara, hands on the hip. He's tried his hardest today. Jerry Cahill the same as well, and they just forced Barry Heffernan into it. He's not happy. He feels there was an elbow maybe up towards the helmet, but you know, Paddy Williams is standing over it for Kilruane's 5th different free taker today, I think.
That must be some kind of a record, but here comes Williams. He'll want to make a name for himself, having come onto the field. And he nails that one fairly easily to him. Is he someone we'll see the next day out? Who knows? But he's done nothing wrong here today since he's come on. Oh, Kilruane again win the puck out. One that Nenagh needed to win, and it's put straight back down top of Hennessy. Is it going to go over Hennessy's head? Unfortunately, from his point of view, it is. And Nenagh managed to weather that storm and come away with it again through Conor Ryan. They're playing around with it a lot back here. Now here comes Heffernan. He doesn't want any more playing around. He drives that one long down top of the Heffernans. It bounces. It's danger there. Here we go. Nenagh are in. Have they got the shot? They have. They found the net. Pierce Morris does very well. One-handed manages to bat that to the net. And this game isn't over.
Oh, God, you said it. It got about 2 goals in a few minutes. I mean, that's 2 goals in the space of a few minutes for Nenagh. Pierce Morris, you know, talk about the Heffernans. They've been good. Pierce Morris has been excellent as well at number 11. 1-4 from play from him. And If my timer is right on this clock, and I hope it is because I gave enough for it, we've only about 20 seconds left.
Oh, well, Nenagh need to get the ball back down as quick as they can. Kilruane are in possession of the ball. They have the all-important possession. Slow clearance there. And Hogan took his time there for it. Or Hogan took his time. And he doesn't manage to clear, and we're still in a bit of danger.
Yeah, you know, just a sloppy hand pass. Tommy Heffernan, he fell over, he was getting it. Oh, for me, I think the time is well and truly up now. Liam O'Kelly is questioning it as well. I think Conor Doyle is we're going to see one more play, Paul.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. You're getting your money's worth here again today from the Tipperary stream. Here we go. Craig Morgan is going to take this, and he's going to be in absolutely no hurry. The crowd is getting right behind him. They've nearly come onto the field here on a few occasions. Here we go. He puts that one up the line, keeps it in play, importantly, from his own point of view. There's Cleary is in there, there's a few Nenagh lads in there. No one has possession just yet. This is vital. Whoever wins this ball is potentially going to win this game. Still fighting. There's Kilruane lads tackling each other and everything, but there we go, the final whistle in a hard-fought victory, an extremely hard-fought victory in this first round of the championship. 1-26 it finished to 2-21. The scoreboard man is on his way home. He's taking it down immediately, not giving us any chance to gather our thoughts here. He's off home. He wants to watch the end of the camogie possibly. Shane, what a match I suppose. The end of it really brought us back into game, brought us back to life, and great to see club hurling back.
Yeah, and I suppose, you know, we said when Kilruane maybe got that goal that it might drive them on. They got that goal in the third quarter. They scored 1-8 in that quarter, and Nenagh scored 7 points. But I suppose Nenagh will take a bit of confidence from how they finished the game. You know, I mean, finishing up in the last quarter, then they scored 2-3 and Kilruane got 5 points. But credit to Kilruane, you know, every time Nenagh got a goal, they came up the field and they responded with a point. They had a great spread of scores today. A guy who didn't score too much, but I've mentioned him already, Sean McAdams, thought he was excellent today. Cian O'Kelly chips in 1-6. And I suppose fitting enough for Kilruane that one of their top guys, Jerome Cahill, has the ball in his hand at the final whistle. But you know, Willie Cleary, I'm embarrassed now that I got his name wrong when I just see him come off here taking off the helmet. I know Willie well. I suppose we're used to seeing him in the half-back line for Kilruane. See him up in the forwards today. He did a great job with 4 points. Fez is a great leader. Keane Darcy 5 points from play. On the Nenagh side, I suppose, you know, they'll go on now and they'll play Roscrea. It's a game that they will feel that they can win, but it's a game that they have to win. Because if they're looking to get anything off Borrisoleigh in the final game, it's not a place you want to be going, Paul.
Just as a statement, I suppose, Kilruane now have ran out. Maybe at the end they won't be as happy that they let Nenagh back into the game. But as county champion contenders, where does that rank them?
I think you can't read too much into the first game. I think Kilruane's main thing, they would have taken the hand off you to come out today with a 2-point victory, although be it they were 7-8 points up at one stage. I think what they will look at when Liam O'Kelly gets them back maybe in the field on Tuesday or Wednesday is that, you know, lads, we can't be conceding 2 goals like that. We really can't. You know, I suppose we talk about giving a good foul. I suppose you just maybe a couple of your defenders just have to take it on board. Look, I'm going to have to take a yellow here. That's something they'll definitely have to work on. I mean, letting a team in for 2 goals in the closing minutes of a game, it really shouldn't be happening. And I suppose we were up here looking at him with a very, very healthy lead, and then who knows if that ball goes to hand here, Paul, underneath is Tommy Heffernan. He gets it in, 2-point lead. It's just an awful dangerous lead to have, but I suppose 9-point lead is an awful dangerous lead to have nowadays in hurling. But I think they'll take great confidence of it. They'll probably know a lot more where they are when they play Borrisoleigh the next day. They are one of the top teams in it, like.
This is kind of the last Dan Breen game we're covering on the stream, so it's been a big weekend. There's been lots of matches since Friday. Who are the favourites, you say, after the first round, from what we've seen, from what you've read about? Who are we looking for now? If not Kilruane, we're talking about them, they're up there. Who else should we be looking at?
I don't want to give that terrible answer where you name 5 or 6 teams, but I just feel like that Kildangan and Lockmore taking up where they left off last year in the county final. 2-23, 2-22. Unbelievable game. But for me, Thurles Sarsfield seem to have got their house in order this year, and they have all their top players. Now, Billy McCarthy, I'm not sure about his fitness, where he's at, but what I feel with Thurles this year is we see them, we know they're nice hurlers, they know they can play it through the line. They've got 2 target guys inside now in Dinny Maher and Paddy Creedon, and they went Route 1 against Drum the other day. Drum would be an excellent team. They'll be hurt by that, they'll be back. But I think Thurles Sarsfields, if it's not working out from, they don't have to go through the lines, get it into the Twin Towers inside and they'll get goals. They got 5 goals last night, Paul. I think, you know, it's something that a lot of teams are going to look to. But so for me, after the weekend, I think Thurles Sarsfields has sent out a massive statement of intent that they want Dan Breen back.
Absolutely. The thoughts of Shane McGrath there. I've been Paul Jenkins. Thanks very much for your company this evening. We'll be back again later today. We have another game coming up at 4:30 in the Seamus Arena, and we'll be back again give you full coverage of the rest of the championship. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back again soon.